All right, and welcome, everybody. Welcome, Arvanauts. Welcome all to the moment that we've all waited for. It is the beginning of ArvCon 2026. It's technically the lead-in to the beginning because it is the pre-show of ArvCon 2026, and I am very excited for it. This is the first time that we've done a pre-show as such, although we have had a time before where we did a live event on a Thursday leading into our events that started Friday, but this is the first time that we have had as officially part of ArvCon this pre-show, which I'm hoping is going to get us a chance to get a little bit of funds raised before we get into tomorrow's day one. This is not the end. This is not the beginning of the end. This may be the beginning, but it may be the end of the beginning, or the beginning of the beginning. Yes, indeed. But I'm very excited for tonight. I'm excited for this, and I'm excited for this event, which is very important all the way around. And so accordingly, I will do that. Hello, everyone. Good to see you all. I hope everyone is doing well, and I want to thank everyone who has showed up tonight on a Thursday night for the pre-show. I will have lots of thanks for everybody once we get to the end of this event, but I am just going to say up front that I want to thank three groups of people. One is that I want to thank Shadow Mage because this overlay that you see before you was provided to us by the amazing and incredible Shadow Mage. I am very pleased, as always, with his amazing work, and so I want to thank Shadowed for doing all this amazing stuff because it really does make a difference to us. So thank you, Shadowed, for this amazing and awesome stuff that we call the ArvCon 2026 overlay. So that's the first thing. Second group of people that I want to thank are the mods, because we have this time done a different thing than we did in past years, a much more organized thing that I probably should have done a few years ago, and that is that we have actually organized mod coverage. So every single segment of ArvCon 2026, and there are a lot of them, every single segment is going to have mod coverage. It will have moderators here. Pretty much every session, I believe, will have at least two moderators on staff, as it were, to be able to run giveaways and to be able to do all that stuff that we do during the course of this event. So I'm very excited for that. I'm not going to spend as much time. I really want to spend a lot of time tomorrow sort of talking about the details of this event, but I do want to give you some details about it because it is important. I am not going to go through my usual spiel either about following and doing all that kind of good stuff, although I will say that following the channel is a good thing to do, as is subscribing to YouTube. But other than that, I want us to focus our attention this entire weekend on Damon Runyon, and I'll talk about them in just a minute. So, second group of people, as I said, I wanted to thank are the moderators. Again, I'll thank them again down the line. That over there is the third group of people I want to thank, and those are our sponsors. Those are the ones who have given us giveaway items, game codes, books, and all sorts of other things, audiobooks, things of various kinds, all of that to benefit Damon Runyon. They are all official sponsors: Alligator Alley Entertainment, Athos Arts, Catalyst Game Labs, Fatbot Games, Free League, GOG.com, and Nomad Games are all sponsors of our event this year, so I'm extremely excited that they have jumped on board to support us once again, and I'm grateful to them. Thank you, thank you. I should also mention quickly, by the way, that Fatbot Games just today released their newest game called Gravelord, Gravelord, which just went live today. It is a FPS sort of looter shooter, very fast paced, and if you're into that kind of thing, you should definitely check it out. I may at some point take a look at it because the fine people at Fatbot have put together a lot of great games over the last few years that I've really enjoyed, so I may check it out. But I did want to mention that because it just went live today, and they are, of course, one of our sponsors, so I want to thank them. What are we all here for? We are here for the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation. So a little bit of a background as to what this is all about. About 13 years ago now, I would say, is that what it would be? So I guess that would put it back at 2013, something like that. I think that's about right. My dog Lilo passed away. My dog Lilo passed away from an aggressive form of cancer, which affected dogs. She was about 11 years old when she went. She should have had a few more years with us and did not. And the reason that I bring it up is because that sort of crystallized for me, that loss, crystallized for me a lot of other losses that I had had. Just 4 years before that point, in 2009, I had lost my mother to breast cancer. And since that time, we have had other examples of losses of that sort. I lost my oldest friend a few years ago from a rare form of bone cancer. And when this thing happened with my dog Lilo in 2013-ish, my reaction to this was I became obviously I was deeply sad, but I was also so frustrated because I felt like I was seeing stuff like this happen. And just as I had lost my last dog to cancer in addition to Lilo, just as I had lost other friends to this, just as I had lost my mother to breast cancer, I felt like I couldn't do anything about it. I was just sitting there watching people get hurt and not being able to do anything. And so I finally said, look, I'm starting to build a little bit of a platform. What if we raise a little bit of money to benefit something that would support a cause that would do research for this? And so I did quite a bit of research into a variety of different organizations, because there are many of them that do wonderful work in supporting research to fight cancer. But I eventually decided upon Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation, and the reason is because Damon Runyon, which has been around for a long time, supports young researchers who are doing extraordinarily unusual work that has direct impact on what happens with cancer. For example, if any of you know the HPV vaccine, which has basically cut down cervical cancer to an enormous degree, the vaccine was a direct result of Damon Runyon funding. Damon Runyon funded the research which eventually led to the HPV vaccine. That has saved thousands and thousands and thousands of lives. So that is just one example. Hey, what's up, Stump-O-Matic? I have not seen you for a long time. Thank you so much. And so that was the kind of thing that made a huge difference in people's lives, and it's just that one thing alone. Since that time, there have been many, many, many other examples of advances in all varieties of treatments to improve the treatments that exist, to come up with new treatments, to come up with new methods of prevention, new preventative vaccines, new preventative medications, various aspects of improving chemotherapy, radiotherapy, and so forth. There's just an incredible amount of work being done, and it's been an honor to me to be able to be associated with them. Last year, we passed the $40,000 raised. We raised only a few $100 that first year, but since then, now in our 12th year of ArvCon 2026, our 12th year of ArvCon, we have raised over $40,000 to benefit Damon Runyon, and it has been my honor to have us featured. In fact, if you look at that right there, that little thing that I'm pointing at, that is a framed picture of us being featured in a newsletter last year, in the official Damon Runyon newsletter. I've had the opportunity to go to their research breakfast. I've had the opportunity to go to several other things relating to Damon Runyon, and it's been an incredible honor to me to do it, and it's made me feel like I'm doing something to honor the memory of my mother, the memory of my friend, the memory of my pets, the memory of all the people that I've spoken to since starting this event. Not just those who have been lost, by the way, but those who have survived as a result of cancer research. People who have survived childhood cancers and numerous other examples as a consequence of doing what we do here. This is maybe the most important event that we do here every year, because it's an opportunity to bring people together in community to engage in this activity. And so I am just enormously honored to be a part of it, and enormously grateful to everyone who makes this happen, from the mods to the sponsors to the people who make various assets for us, to Damon Runyon itself, and of course to all those here, the donors who are going to be supporting us, and our players. And I need to make sure that I get to my players that are waiting in the wings right now, who have sacrificed and have used up their time and energy and so forth to do a lot of different things. So it has been a great honor to do this over the last 11 years, and now in our 12th year, we have a goal of $5,500. That is about $300, $275 or so more than we raised last year, so it's certainly doable, but it is something that really makes a difference. This is money that goes directly to cancer research and directly to supporting those young scientists, and you're going to get a chance to meet some of those scientists, 3 of them in fact, on Saturday when I will be doing an interview with them, and then on Monday when they will be doing a game, a tabletop role-playing game with Brandon O'Brien as your GM. I'm very excited for that too. And so it's going to be great, which gets us down here to brass tacks. So let's say that you're like, this is great. I want to be a part of this. How do I do this? I'm glad you asked. !donate will give you the link to be able to get to our site. And I want to make sure that I post that as well. That QR code, first of all, that you see on the screen will get us there. Will get you there. But also, let me just copy that link right here. This right here is the link that you can use to go and donate directly. And every time that you donate, there will be a announcement. There will be something that pops up reflecting this indication of something cool has happened. And the bar that you see at the top left there will increase as well. So that's one big thing that you can do, is to try to build this number so that we can reach that coveted goal of being the highest rated session to raise the most money. Last 2 years, it's been the scientists session that raised the most money, but I would love to see us this battle go back and forth between all of the people who will be contributing to this weekend. I also want to mention that some of you may not realize this, but those of you who are here already have a little bit of a leg up already on one particular thing. Why do I say this? Because there is a special Twitch sub badge that is basically our ArvCon 2026 badge that I have just put up there. That 2026 badge, if you watch during the course of this event for a grand total of 5 or more hours, you will receive an ArvCon 2026 badge that you can put by your name, and it will notify you. It's the only one of its kind on Twitch. It will notify people that you were part of this ArvCon 2026 event. You can also get it apparently by doing a 5 sub pack. That part to me is not nearly as important. If people sub to my channel as Stump-O-Matic did today, that's really great. I appreciate it. But the focus I want this weekend to be is to be focusing on Damon Runyon. So any support that people can give will be really appreciated there. That's interesting that the donation... Why did the donation not... Oh, I see the $5, but why is the... I see it. Why didn't it go on? That's strange. Well, thank you, first of all, very much, Prince Justin, for that donation. I don't know why it didn't do that, though. It has that. It has the browser thing. It has the overlay. I don't know why it wouldn't do that. Okay, sorry. Let me just see quickly. I got to get to my players too. I'm so sorry. Yeah, there's that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's that. And then where's the link to... Oh, that's the thing I was looking for. Okay. Copy overlay. Let me just check something. It does show now. It shows you up there, but I don't know why the music didn't go on. Okay. It worked. Something worked. I mean, but I don't know. I know that's loud. I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh man, that was crazy. I am sorry about that. I'm sorry. I don't know. I was supposed to be doing the thing. I'm sorry. Oh man. Okay, let me try. I don't have any idea why. Okay. I guess more donations will make this clear. I am sorry, everybody. Just it's strange that it wasn't doing the work. As more people donate, I'll get more chance to do that, but I have to go over them now. Okay. So, I am going to unmute myself and let the folks know that while chat is picking itself up off the floor because apparently we blasted them away with the donation volume amount, it's the same kind of sonic damage. I just wanted you to feel, chat, what the Expedition players may end up feeling if they're not careful today. From people that I'm going
That's
to
not
unmute
foreboding.
them. And then, no, not in the least. and I'm going to come over here to reveal that the crew is here. The problem was a different link. I have no idea, Valerian. I know that it did register Prince Justin up there now. I don't know why it didn't work before, but we'll get more as time goes on. But in the meantime, we'll get there. But it is a great pleasure to welcome all of the members of the Expedition for the Mysterious Peaks crew. My apologies, it took a little while to get over here. I was setting some things up with chat, but we are now ready to go. And they are ready to face whatever sonic damage will certainly not await them in what is to come. First of all, I will start, and I want to thank them again for being here on Thursday night, which is not when they normally play with me. But I will start with Rhiannon at the top left of the group. Thank you, Rhiannon, so much for being here. Thank you for giving your time, etc. How are you doing? And how are you? Who are you playing this evening with us?
I am suffering a little bit of a cold, so I'm going to put a little sort of disclaimer that I will be on mute more than usual. I will probably be the person where you're like, their mouth is moving because I forgot to take it off.
Yep.
But hopefully I can minimize any sort of like snorkeliness that gets transmitted to y'all. And tonight I'm playing Sataria, a sorcerer, lots of healing, no bedside manner.
Lots of healing, no bedside manner is a good badge. Sort of. There it worked. It worked that time. Yay! Okay, good. Every sound is working. Thank you, Triffid, for that donation.
I'm just curious, how would Sataria help Rhiannon through this cold?
Right, that's a good point.
I wish, right?
That's great.
That's true. That is a good point. And we just got 2 more donations. Thank you from Craigery and from Triffid. It did get the sound and it did not obliterate everybody, so that means that we've got things somewhat in control. I hope the chat was able to hear that, but it looks like they were. Thank you so much to all 3 of you. So we're up to 15 now. Good start for the pre-show. And my players, just as you may remember this from last year, but just as a thing, there will be a lot of times that you'll be like, what about this? And I'll be like, hey, congratulations for donations. You'll be like, what? I'll be like, no, I'm sorry. Like, I'm doing 5 things at once. So I apologize. But anyway, yes, I'm excited to see Sataria. I imagine you'll all be excited in a minute to see Sataria healing you, if depending on how things go. But it's always a pleasure to have Rhiannon with us. It is also a pleasure to have, as something just went off in my screen. Okay, let me do this one thing at a time. This is what I was just saying. Toya, Kristen Finley. It is great to have Toya with us as well. Toya, good to see you. How are you? How's everything in your neck of the woods and so forth, weather-wise, otherwise? And who are you playing this evening?
Well, this area, Middle Tennessee specifically, has been droughty. So we are supposed to get rain the next several days, extended into next week.
Okay.
So I am very much looking forward to that. Also, it will make it feel less like summer, which Tennessee starts to feel like in like March. So that's also very much needed.
Mm-hmm.
I tonight will be playing Malik, also known as Nals Darkly, who is a human bard.
Who is a human bard and has some interesting things to suggest about, or to see about the world about them. There's going to be a lot of dream stuff maybe going on with this place you're about to enter. We shall see. But always a pleasure to have Toya with us, and also a pleasure as I realize all of a sudden that we have a slight mix-up in Windows. Look at that. I fixed that in 2 seconds. No one saw anything. It is, of course, LaShawn Amwanik is with us. Good to see you, LaShawn. How are you? I hope all is well with you. And yes, who are you playing on this lovely evening?
Oh, I was just about to do my best Dr. Jaraxxus impression.
Yeah.
I would have loved to.
But no, well, it's similar to. Actually, no, I can't do that. So instead, I am playing Raven Galinar, who is she is a Lorindi, who finds herself not in her usual world anymore and is trying to figure things out and dealing with lots of trauma on top of that.
It's true. And there's been and let me just say, I want to give LaShawn a lot of credit for this because there's been a good sort of dealing with trauma arc, I think, with Raven over the course of time. So I think that's been really interesting to see. So LaShawn has done excellent work with that. And of course, the other players have done an excellent work in responding to it too and bouncing off of it in good ways. So, so thank you for that, LaShawn. I'm excited to see what Raven
Thank
gets
you.
up to. And last but certainly not least, the aforementioned, and everyone, Zach, you should know, in our last session that you weren't at, wanted to take a run at doing the accent. It was like, someone was like, what would your accent do? It's like, well, he'd be like, well, I don't know what this is. You know, so it's immediately like, let's add an accent and assume ego. And then we get Jiraxis added in. So it is Zach Clay with us once again.
Yeah.
Of course, we saw Zach on Tuesday. And as we mentioned, Zach's going to be with us a lot today and tomorrow. And Saturday. So we got a lot going on.
And the next day.
And the next day and the
no,
next
just
day.
kidding.
But it's good to see you, Zach. Thank you for spending more time with us. How are you doing? And who are you playing this evening?
I'm doing pretty good. D&D and D&D and D&D and D&D and D and D and D and D and D.
And also
That's
D.
my life.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I can't complain though, honestly. It's great. I was telling someone earlier today that it's like my job is that I get paid to play with Legos or the equivalent of, I used to do that when I was a kid. I had my Lego sets and I had all my Star Wars Lego sets. Like here's General Grievous and Obi-Wan. I would make up stories about them, and I had the classic like the car street carpet that every kid from the 90s had. And I used to make up these stories and stuff. And so little Zach, seeing now that I'm running Dungeons and Dragons and making up this stuff, and my Legos have upgraded to, WizKids miniatures and Dwarven Forge sets and stuff like that. So living the life. And happy to be here for ArvCon for this, and for this again for tomorrow. And then I'm also running D&D Saturday morning. So should be a lot of fun. I tonight will be playing Dr. Jiraxis, the dentist, cybermancer, director, celebrity, your favorite betentacled man in all of the Silrain arc.
I love how Jiraxis can come across either as an influencer or as like a Greek restaurant owner. Like you want musaga? You want?
I just had Greek food too.
Oh,
I'm ready to go.
let's go. But anyway, it is a pleasure to have Zach with us as well. And last thing I'll say, chat, before we dive into the adventure here is, again, while you're doing this, don't forget to type in that word !donate. As I said, this is the pre-show. So tomorrow I will be going over the whole schedule, but you can find the schedule right now if you go to that campaign page that you'll be able to find there and that link. I also have just put a QR code up on the site here too, so you'll be able to use that and scan it if you might be a little small, but I think you can do it. If not, I can, you can also just use the donate link in chat. But please do spread the word. This is a big thing for us, is getting as many people here as we possibly can, because it's not just about the cancer research. It's also about the community building that gets done as a consequence of this. And this is where a lot of the real work is being done. These days, community is more in need than ever. And so this is a good time to be able to do it with each other. And in that spirit, and because I love all of you, it's great to have everybody here. Thank you all for being here, and let's do this. So in our last session, the group, and let me fire up some music here. That would be helpful. Let's do a little bit of Mountain Pass. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Like that, which should be audible. Yeah, cool. In our last session, the members of the crew that you see before you have been brought by time and circumstance together. And as we have discussed, for those of you who have seen the previous 44 days of Expedition from the Mysterious Peaks, some of the characters come to us from this very planet. That it means the planet of Thalys, which is where we find ourselves. And those are both Sataria and Nulls. Two of the characters, though, come to us from a land and a galaxy far, far away, Raven and Dr. Jiraxis. Raven and Jiraxis was brought here on the Sunrider, which was eventually brought down by some kind of computer virus, which evidently has affected other ships and not just the Sunrider. But it came here originally because there was some beacon that was sounding somewhere in the mountains of this planet. Well, somewhere in the planet. They didn't know it was mountains until they got down here. And what they discovered when they arrived was that that beacon actually was being sent off by a crashed ship called the Centurion, which has within it a Sorium forge, essentially. This forge which has extraordinary power to be able to build and enhance, build weapons, build even creatures possibly, and also to enhance weapons and creatures here if it is powered appropriately. However, the more immediate problem is how do we get off the planet? How do you get the Sunrider fixed and so on? Raven was brought here, though, as a Lorendi from another ship, and was almost sort of teleported here, sucked here some way. Something about this made that happen, and caused Raven to appear. It's still not totally clear as to why, although it may be starting to get clearer as we see how thin the veil is apparently between universes or planes of existence on this planet, which we'll talk more about. Meanwhile, Sataria and Nulls both were brought here. Nulls having seen originally up in Camria a city which is under siege by its leader, the Primarch, who apparently is now being mind-controlled by these cultists of light, who mean no good to anybody. In fact, Elu Whisperwind, one of the people that Nulls met up there, her brother was killed, savagely executed by these same cultists of light, and then Nulls had to escape along with her friends, Camria, because she was being hunted by the Primarch and the troops. In the meantime, Sataria was brought here similarly to Raven, but was brought here from her studies, not study, from a library where she was studying, and was brought here to this place, again, for reasons that are not yet certain. But one thing that is certain is that there is a strange creature known as the Caridin, which threatens all of this planet and apparently threatens much of the Silrain arc beyond it, that has been poisoning the minds of creatures, including the Twilight Elves of Celis, including the Primarch probably of Camria and elsewhere. How do we stop the Caridin? Well, the crew went into the fallen ship, the Centurion, and discovered that the Centurion, which had been brought down by another virus very similar to this, and then found that the virus or some other virus infected the crew as well, had killed all of it except for an AI known as Elsie. Once the party was able to free Elsie, Elsie then ended up telling them a little bit about what happened, and Elsie has come with them in portable form, by the form of a headband, or I guess a bracelet rather, that's being worn by Sataria?
Nulls.
Or by Nulls? It was by Nulls, sorry. Being worn by Nulls. And that means that Elsie essentially can tag along and can be of benefit to them if need be. The crew also, by the way, ran into a very friendly and, gentle, furry friend known as Gamork, a cybernetically enhanced and blind direwolf. Not exactly friendly in any way, as I just said, not true. But it is true that has probably, apparently, although it would never admit this, has adopted them as his pack, let us say. And so Gamork, Elsie, and these four have journeyed forth. Now they have gotten a lead, after having left the Centurion, that there is another Realms Gate that can bring them to what they need to find A, sources that can power the Magitech Forge, the Sorium Forge that's sitting in the Centurion, and B, find ways to be able to undercut and eventually break the Caridin who threaten everybody. And so collectively, the party has come down here, and in the last session, traveled through this strange realm of plants and forest area, except that the plants and forest area were not just plant-like. In fact, as the party went further along, what they discovered is that there were wires and cables that were tracing along many of the roots of those trees. Some of the creatures that they saw themselves, a squirrel, for example, was electrified in some way, mechanical, as much as it was a squirrel. The comp that I used for this out of game is think Horizon Zero Dawn, those kinds of mechanical fantasy creatures. So they found a bunch of those things. And they felt like they were constantly being watched under surveillance in some way, which was not very comfortable for any of them. finally they arrived to the Realms Gate. And at the Realms Gate, there we go. At the Realms Gate, I will read this description for the benefit of all of them to remind them, and also to benefit for Zach too. When they arrived at the Realms Gate to lead to Avasaria, they walked into this place and discovered this. The trail ends within 50 feet from an immense tree, its trunk 20 feet wide and 200 feet tall. Metallic cables radiate from the gnarled roots of the huge tree out towards the smaller trees that comprise the grove beyond. The mists here are tall and thick, making the ground even harder to see clearly. Nestled near the base of the tree is a vine-covered arch of metal and stone, the Realms Gate to Avasaria. And as Jaraxxus, because all three agreed, Zach, that Jaraxxus would clearly go first. As Jaraxxus stepped forward to the Realms Gate, a crossbow bolt whistled by his ear, and we found ourselves, as he turned around, you found yourself facing this shadowy figure that presumably fired at you, but which looked very much like a cultist of light, aforementioned described, and also found an enormous creature, probably a good 9 to 10 feet tall, filled with massive vines and cables that shambled towards the crew, hence the title of this episode, Shambling Towards Galifel. Thank you, I'll be here all night. So that is what happened in our last session, and so I am going to fire up our combat music now, and I am going to pull up our turn order here, and I am going to ask everybody please to do that thing we like to call rolling initiative.
I have a few questions. Good DM, sir.
I'll bet. What do you got?
Question number 1.
Yeah.
I am now level 6.
Yes.
That's not a question, but it's a preempt to the question.
Yes.
Yes, which is, I have not rolled for my hit points for level 6 yet.
Okay.
Have the other people already done so as well?
I don't.
I just took whatever the average was.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I think we did, and also Sataria did. Oh, also, an important announcement, folks. I'm still not getting the sound working quite right, so I have to work on this, but Hillness has just donated $500 to this event. Hillness, as always.
Yay.
Did you hear it? Was there a sound and I just didn't hear it? It's quite possible. Thank you, Hillness. That brings us to $515. That means that we're less than 5,000 away from our goal. Thank you, Hillness. Hillness has always been super generous. I know this is an important cause to Hillness too, and I am really grateful. Thank you, Hillness. It's really an honor. All right, let me quickly see if I can figure out why it didn't sound, and then you can do the hit point thing. But just give me
I'll
one
roll initiative
second here.
Anytime.
There we go, advanced.
Yep, seems about right.
Let's see, and then we can monitor.
It's great to get back, guys. It's just so great.
Okay, I think I may have gotten it now. Sorry, Hillness. So just so I know though, chat, did you hear that in chat? Twitch chat, did you folks hear that sound? I know Hillness said it was quiet. You did not hear it. Did you hear it at all, Hillness? You did hear it. Okay. So it's there. It was very quiet. Okay. All right. You thought you heard a quiet sound. Great. Okay. I will continue to adjust over time. But thank you, Hillness. That's amazing. Also, by the way, the coveted who raises the most money, well, this group is going to get 2 sessions to do that. So they've already raised 515. So I just want to be clear. You have no idea the bragging rights afterwards, like the mocking. People walk past each other on the street and they're just like, oh, look, it's the second place most raised money. You know, it's really something. But anyway. So, anyway, there we go with that. All right. So, thank you again to Hillness. All right, Draxus.
Health.
Health. What you have rolled.
Do you want me to roll it now?
I would love you to roll it now. Yes, please.
Okay. Do you have some Dungeon Masters do the rule that if you roll a 1 on your hit point increase that you can re-roll it?
Nope.
You do that roll? Okay.
Nope.
Okay, that's great because you know what? I won't roll a 1.
I
Watch
was just
this.
gonna say, just don't roll a 1.
Okay,
See, you
it's
rolled
a
a 4.
4.
It's fine.
All right.
Plus
So
con,
plus
right?
my
Do you have it?
constitution is 1, so that means now that's 5, which means my HP is 33.
33 out of 33, right.
Second question.
Do you have temp up, by the way? Hit points or no?
Did we long rest during the time I was gone? Like we grabbed LC, we left the ship. Did we?
We have not.
I don't think you've long rested because I think you did before the last session, so I
Yeah,
don't think
yeah.
you needed it.
Okay.
I think you said. I believe.
My temp that I have down right now is 8, so I don't imagine that would have.
That's
changed.
what I had to. Yeah. Okay. I was just making
Perfect.
sure.
All right.
Okay. Len, just double check in hit points. Everyone else. Nulls, you've got 45 out of 45. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Raven, 41
Dang.
out of 41.
Y'all are.
Okay. Sitaria now is only 26 out of 26 is what I had. Is that right, or did you go up with hit points, Rhiannon, and I missed it?
I thought 26 was correct.
I think that
Yes?
is correct. I believe that's right.
Okay.
And that fits too, because like you're within range. Like you're sorcerer, I would not expect you to be like out tanking the tanks. Okay. Yeah, because I had a question mark here. Leveling. Okay, so good. Great. All right, so you have done that. Excellent. All right, Jaraxxus. So, having done all of that, let's see what we got for initiative from everybody. Okay, Knowles has got that 11 going on.
I'm having some trouble with D&D Beyond, so that's why
why
I
you're
just
doing it
rolled
there.
it. But
Oh, I
I'm
see,
gonna
okay.
I'm gonna try signing in and out
Okay,
to
that sounds
get
good.
it to work.
13 with that. Okay. Jaraxxus, is that a? Did you get a? What?
Mhm.
What am I looking at? Is that a 2?
Yeah, that's a 2.
I think that's what you had last time, by the way. just so you
Probably.
know. Okay, and then Raven has got a 15. All right, let's see what the bad guy has.
I don't even know how that happened.
Which part?
Oh, the initiative.
Oh, okay. All right. Where's that? Correct for this. And let's see. That is okay. Okay. The big thing, by the way, is definitely does not look fast. In case you were thinking to yourself, I hope it's not. It doesn't look fast. It looks big and scary, but not fast. All right. So we're looking at that. Okay, and
So our enemies right now is this big wire monster thing,
and presumably the guy who fired the crossbow at
the
you.
crossbow bolt. Okay, so 2 people. Got it.
Allegedly. Okay. This, okay. Right. Okay. So we got him. Do that. Good. There's that. Then we've got this. Okay, and then this. Okay. And then Sataria, what's your raw dexterity score? Just the dex score? And if you was
It
go ahead.
is I'm the 12.
Okay. All right. And there's that. And that. Great. Okay. All right. First to act. Now, I do not have a battle map for this, by the way. In fact, much of this chapter has got some theater of the mind coming at you. So, but I'll try to describe as best I can. You are in this, as I say, green glade. There are cables and wires all around you. There is what looks like this sort of the arch of metal and stone, which is faintly glowing. That looks like the Realm's Gate, very similar to the one that at least Nulls and Jaraxxus, I believe, passed through when you were going into the realm of Celis to begin with, the Twilight Realm. Sataria and Raven didn't go through this, but Nulls and Jaraxxus would recognize it from there. So it looks very much like that. The glade itself is probably like maybe 60 by 60. It's not a huge area, but it's, reasonably sized. And there, off to the side in the shadows, is where these guy, the cultist, whoever it is, just fired the crossbow bolt, and this sort of mound creature coming at you. The cultist is first to go and ducks back just a little bit further into the shadows and is going to fire again. So let me see. He's probably going to fire, I think, again at Jaraxxus because Jaraxxus just rolled hit points. No, I'm just kidding. Because
I'm in the front.
That is a 13.
My armor class is famously incredibly high at an 11, so yes.
Oh, man.
That does hit.
Okay. All right. You are hit for 7 points of piercing damage as it strikes you, although you are relieved, I would imagine, to discover that you don't feel anything burning, so you don't think it's poisoned. Just that you were hit, normal ways, that's all.
Yeah. Jaraxxus retorts and says, that didn't even get past my shield.
And the cultist is still hanging back in the shadows. Okay, that's going to lead us to Raven. So Raven, you're up next. You got the guy from the shadows, but you also have massive cable vine guy. What do you want to do? You're like, run the other way is what I want to do.
Actually, I am really considering that because she remembers the last time a hulking robotic thing came lurching at her.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she's going to run, but she's also going to activate her shield thing at the same time.
Okay. Are you running? Where are you running, Raven? Like, are you running towards, like, are you going to try to jump through the gate? Are you running to the clearing, the other edge of the clearing, and try to hide? Like, where are you running to?
That's a good question. She's running away from the big hulking thing.
Okay. It's approaching you slowly toward and pushing you towards the clearing's edge. So.
Wait, did you say clearing? Oh, clearing's edge.
Clearing's
My brain just imagined cliff's edge.
Oh yeah,
I'm like,
towards the cliff's
no.
edge with a 700-foot drop. Yeah,
no. Clearing's edge. Oh shoot. I'm trying to
We
picture
got
it,
this.
too.
You can, let's fight. Just stay behind me.
She's gonna run behind Dr. Jaraxxus.
Yeah.
And there we go. Yeah.
Who's picking out the crossbow bolt from his shoulder as you do that, right? Like.
Yeah. Well, I'm fine. It pinged off of my innervate shield thing that I put up.
Did it actually do that? Did you?
Well, I mean, what I mean by that is that it did 7 damage to me, but I had 8 temps, so I treat that as I didn't even touch my actual hit points.
These are true facts. Yes. Okay. So, all right. So you're going to run, but you activated your shield, Raven, right? As you were doing
Yes.
that. So, okay. All right. You run behind Jaraxxus, who seems very confident. The wolf, so Gamork, growls and sort of like paces and does this sidestepping thing around the side of the creature. Hackles raised, fangs bared, and you can see Gamork's nose sort of wrinkled as it sniffs whatever this is. Does not attack yet. You wonder if it's sort of trying to get a sense, if he's trying to get a sense of like, what do I do here? It is a fairly scary looking thing. I should also mention one last thing. There is a strange smell coming from this creature, which smells essentially like, if you could imagine the smell of like a forest moss, right? Like being somewhere where there's this like very mossy smell, or you know, just like a forest after a rainstorm, that sort of thing. Very sort of wet, grassy smell, but also burnt smell. there's some like a sizzling thing. So it's almost like burnt leaves or burnt moss or burnt grass, something like that coming from it. It's a little unpleasant, I would say. Okay, so Mork is going to move around to the side, which is going to lead us to Sataria. Sataria, what would you like to do?
Well, so I'm in favor of not sort of casting the first stone, as it were. So I think I would probably go join Raven.
Okay. Okay. So, are you trying to like hide like single file?
No,
like-
not both of us behind there. No,
That would be
she's-
hilarious.
I was waiting for you all to do the thing like one goes right and one goes left, and it's like all.
No, she's there to be like support and
Gotcha.
backup.
Gotcha.
So she's not hiding, but she's supportively behind.
She's supportive. Thank you for the follow, Black and Forge. Do you have a sense of where are you like holding an action, Satari, about something you want to do, or just like positioned there? You know, I'm wondering if you're holding an action of I will heal if someone gets hit or something like that.
Yeah, I mean essentially. So
Okay. Can you give me a specific, like a cure wounds or something like that?
yeah,
You don't
I'll
tell
do
me
a
who.
cure wounds just first level.
Okay. All right, sounds good. We shall see. Maybe needed in just a minute. All right, Knowles. Fortunately, like I said, this creature's slow, so you get to go before it as well. What would you like to do? You see your companions lining up, and I'm just joking, behind Jiraxis.
Okay, so how far away is this thing?
It's probably from you about 40 feet, you would guess.
Okay, so Knowles is going to move back and then cast Wither and Bloom.
All right. Withering Bloom.
Is the little handler companion within 10 feet?
I would say not. He's back to the clearing edge, so probably he's about 20 feet behind the creature in
All
the
right.
said shadows, I would say.
Well, that's a shame. All right, so casting Wither and Bloom.
Ooh, that's a cool spell.
Zach, Black and Forge says they've seen your work and heard of it from past players. Small world there.
That's cool.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. So, Wither and Bloom. Okay. So 60 feet. You got the sphere. You got that. Okay. So I need to make, rather, it needs to make a con save, huh? Okay. And you're at the creature, right? Not at the. Guy.
Yes,
Okay.
I can't hit the other guy.
Okay. All right. Let's see. That's a good question. What is his con? He said.
Gone.
Okay. Let's see what we get. Ooh. What am I looking for? What's the DC? 14. So your bloom strikes it, and you can see it beginning to sort of like begin. You see this blackness beginning to run up its body, but then Knowles, you see several of the cables that are trapped among the roots glowing this sort of electric blue. And the blackness immediately just stops, and a couple of things like flake off of the creature. It seems to have resisted this. Now, I don't know if it does any damage anyway on a save, does it, or not?
So half as much damage on a successful one.
Okay, so it does take damage. All right, that more or less how I narrated it, actually. Okay, so how much damage are we talking? You did, was that 11, did
That
I
was
see?
11.
Okay, so round that up, so 6. Okay. Okay, so you do damage to that, and the creature kind of as these little bits flake off of it. You have slightly, perturbed it, might be the way to describe it, as it goes and steps on its own dead little leaves that fell off of it and continue to walk towards you. Where do you want to move, Knowles, or do you not want to move?
Oh no, I'm definitely moving.
Okay.
Where can I move again?
Well, I mean, you could move back to the edge of the clearing as far away from it as you could get, or you could
That's what
also
I'm doing.
you could jump in behind Draxus like everyone else wants to do.
I can move as far away as I can.
Okay, so you back up basically all the way. You can get probably, I would think, almost to the edge of the clearing as this thing comes in. And it's now its turn. So it comes up and It takes its basically two hands, as it were, sort of hard to describe them as hands, but trunks, bits of something, and slams them towards Jaraxxus, who is in front. And as it does so, you can see both roots and grass, but also these electric blue cables shimmering as it attempts to slam Jaraxxus.
Great.
Which I'm sure Jaraxxus is super excited about.
I'm so excited.
Let's see. So, first attack is going to be... Okay. Okay. 16, I imagine, is going to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the second one... Ooh, wow. 25 would be the second attack.
Not a nat 20, though.
No, not
right?
a nat 20.
Okay, yep, both of them hit.
Okay, so...
This is going to be bad.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so you're going to take 24 points of bludgeoning damage.
Is that total?
Total.
Okay.
That's the good news.
I can deal with that.
So that means -1 for the temp, right? So then
Yes.
23 regular, so you're at 10 out of
down to 10.
10 out of 33. That's
Cool.
that's the better news. The
Oh,
worst
great.
news is that as it hits you, because it hit you with both, the vines and cables swirl around you and it sucks you up into its body.
Oh, yes. Great.
You are blinded, restrained, and unable to breathe, Jaraxxus, at the moment. I like to think also that you do this and Raven, like, hiding behind is like because there's so yeah.
Oh, gosh.
This man keeps getting swallowed up by things.
I do.
This has happened before.
It's sort of my thing, I guess.
And that's a good time for Jaraxxus to go.
Wow. Okay.
It rolled a 3, by the way, on its initiative, but you had a 2, so
Yeah.
so now on the start, let's see, at the start of the creature's turns, you
Oh.
take more damage. So at the
Oh, great.
moment you can't breathe. So
Okay, cool.
how do you want to try to get away from it? Right now it's essentially grappling you, so you could try to escape from it if you wish by making a strength check, or if you have some other amazing idea.
Got it.
I'd love to hear it.
I really wish I had a teleport or some sort of spell like that, but I
Yeah,
don't think
we
I
need
do.
a Misty Step or the equivalent, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, first thing I will do, that changes what I had planned, but the simplest
I would
thing I can
think,
do.
yes.
Yes.
What
is
about
drink-
Sataria was gonna heal the first person who took damage.
That's
too. That was
true.
already.
Oh.
And you can do that if you want. I'm trying to decide, though, whether you have a view on them, though, Satari, is the problem.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. If you have something, I mean, I'll certainly take that pitch. The reason I didn't ask you is because he was engulfed, but I'm willing to take a pitch that would describe how you would do that. But you can't see him at the moment. That's the problem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm already 1 sorcery point means that Cure Wounds, which is normally touch, can be 30 feet.
Do you need
so
line of
she's
sight
used-
for it?
That might be
Well,
an
since it's
interesting
touch,
loophole.
usually it's
Right.
just touch.
Right.
So
Yeah.
So maybe not. Maybe you could do that then. I think that's possible. I would allow that. I think it's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. So go ahead and do that then. So you're using a sorcery point to turn it into a distance spell. Okay.
Yep.
What do we got?
I'll take it.
5. Okay, so you're up to 15. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, good stuff.
All
All
right.
right, Jaraxxus, what do you want to do?
That okay.
Other than being engulfed.
Other than being engulfed, is drinking a potion a action or bonus action in your regard?
If you're drinking it, it is a bonus action. If you're giving it to
Wonderful.
someone else, it's an action.
That's also how I do it. Okay, I do have noted here. Oh, okay. Yeah, I do have noted here in my inventory. Potion of greater healing.
Yep.
That had 2 separate doses. We've already used one. I'm gonna use the other one right now.
Okay. Proxima
So
says,
it will be gone.
the joke's on you. Dr. J pre-greased himself in anticipation of being engulfed. You just slide
Yes.
out.
So from my memory, I believe a potion of greater healing is 4d4 plus 4.
Yep.
Pretty sure. All right.
Yep.
I will drink that first.
Seems appropriate. I like the idea that you're like pulling through the roots to kind of...
Okay, perfectly balanced. So I'll regain 14.
Okay.
which means I'm at 29.
Oh, hail
right?
and hearty, no problem.
Great.
Sure.
Okay. So yeah, while I'm restrained, that's one of the few things I can do while I'm blinded.
Yeah.
So Jaraxxus reaches inside of his coat pocket and pulls out this potion and drinks it inside the creature.
Yep.
Okay. So would it be fair to judge that this creature is an automaton or construct?
It's not. That's interesting. You know what? Yes, because this is not just a regular garden variety shambling mound. This is actually a modified one, enhanced one.
For what it's worth, I don't want it to be.
Oh,
but
well, it is a hybrid creature, so it has elements of a construct within it. Is what I would say.
I guess, yeah, I'll specify to you what I want to try.
Okay,
and then given this edge case, you can decide if it would work or not. I would want to try the spell Command, which also is pretty much unchanged in Esper Genesis. It exists in Esper Genesis as well.
Okay.
And Command says you speak a one-word command to a creature you can see within range. I was going to target the guy in the back, but the only creature I can see is the thing that's eating me.
Okay. So you're going to command it, all right?
Yes, it would make a wisdom save, but it says this talent has no effect if the target is an automaton or construct, if it doesn't understand your language, or if your command is directly harmful to it.
No, this is why the hybrid thing is beneficial. It has elements of both, so I think you're okay. Yeah.
And do I have any clue if it would not understand my language?
That you don't know.
Yeah.
You're not sure.
I don't remember that being a stipulation, but...
It makes some sense, I would think.
Yeah. Oh, well, I do have telepathy. My tentacles have telepathy. I'm gonna try it because I
love this image. The tentacles like winding with
and
the
the
roots
wiring
of the cables or whatever. I love it. Yeah.
I'm gonna use that as my excuse that I have to give it a shot. I would understand if you call it either way, but I'm gonna try command. And the command I'm going to give is drop, which is the target drops whatever it's holding and then ends its turn.
Okay. Right. Seems fair enough.
So it would have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Or follow the command on its next turn. So wisdom save of against 14.
Okay. You don't know yet whether it listened to you. You will find out.
Damn.
But you will discover whether it did or not. Because it says on its turn, right? Its next turn.
This is true.
Yeah. Yeah, because it doesn't go, okay. It doesn't do that.
Yeah. Okay. I think that is... I am going to take damage from it at the start. Oh, but I'm at full health almost.
Yeah,
okay.
You're fine.
That's my turn. I'm good.
By the way, do your temp come back from...
No, I have to cast.
You'd have to cast. That's what I thought. Yeah. Okay. All right. Back at the top of the round, the guy at the edge of the clearing is not going to fire at Jaraxxus anymore, and is going to fire at the next closest individual, which is the one that was right behind Jaraxxus. And so the cultist will fire at Raven, and will do so with its hand crossbow. But that I don't think is... No. There's no way that's going to hit. 6 is not going to hit you, I assume.
Nope.
Wild
Will
miss.
not.
Continues to stay in the shadows. Your suspicion is he may try to, if he falls further back in the shadows, he might be able to start... Might be hard to see. Mechanically, he might start sneak attacking you, but is not doing so yet. Okay, speaking of Raven, that crossbow whistles past you, and it is now your turn. Jaraxxus is still engulfed by this horrible thing.
Okay, so seeing that Dr. Jaraxxus is in this grip of this dude, or of this hulking creature, and this shadowy person just really tried to shoot at me and utterly failed.
Yes.
And now that she had a little bit of time to think, she is going to look at the shadowy figure and cast... Well, she's going to cast Primal Fear.
Ooh, okay. Let's talk about Primal Fear. Creature of your choice you can see within range becomes uncontrollably terrified of everything around them. must succeed in a wisdom saving throw or fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up from the duration. All of those things will happen. Thank you very, very much. Thank you so much. Okay. Very cool. Love it. Love what I've seen. Okay. So, needs to make a wisdom saving throw. Who are you using it against? Are you using against the creature or against the guy?
I know I'm using, against the guy.
Against the guy. Okay.
Yeah, mainly to stop him from moving and to basically because her trauma shook her up so bad. She's like, and then this guy completely whipped her. It's like, well, I'm gonna give you a taste of what I'm feeling right now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Frankly, I'm terrified. You need to be terrified too.
We're all terrified. You were born to being terrified. Okay. So what's the DC I'm looking for? What am I trying to beat with my saving throw?
DC is 14.
Well, then an 8 is not going to do it. You see him, he's like, and he like drops his crossbow and then just falls on the ground, sort of like half out of the shadows, and is just rocking back and forth in the fetal position. So he seems really terrified of everything. I like the idea it's not of you, just of everything. Just like, I'm terrified of all things. Apparently what you wanted, Raven, worked. Do you want to stay where you are, move to him, move away from him?
I'm gonna move to him.
You're going to move up to him? Like,
Help me!
drop the elbow. Okay. All right. Okay, Raven moves up to him around the creature, which is the big shambling creature. Okay. So that's going to lead us to Gamork. And Gamork is going to, having sort of ascertained what this creature is about, is going to charge, in Gamork's practiced way, towards the creature and leap with jaws wide. As he does so, though, the big shambling creature waves an arm and hits Gamork here. There's and Gamork goes flying across the clearing, lands on the ground, and then kind of like sort of does the if it was a human, it would be cracking the neck type of thing, but stands back up. But definitely got hit for a little bit there. Not a lot, just sort of a little. And is growling fiercely, but did not successfully hit. Okay, Sataria, that's going to lead us to you. Drax is still inside this thing. Raven standing over the really freaked out form of whatever the guy is. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm weighing because I want to heal somebody.
Seems right.
But I can't. I did heal Draxus. Would I know that it wasn't very much, having done it, or is?
I don't know that you could know that. I mean,
okay, that's what I suspected.
That I think you probably do need line of sight to be able to see how you did. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know he could use more, but I'm inclined.
I mean, I did just drink a potion.
Yeah,
I
he's
only
pretty
have
close.
Okay.
I'm only four health down from my max.
Let me look at something real fast. That does need line of sight. Okay.
Just while you're speaking, I want to say Hilness talked about this in chat. For those tracking Hilness's health updates, cardiologist gave me a clean bill of health. Doesn't need to see me till late 2027. I had a comprehensive metabolic panel. All the tests came back in range, including the liver function. Those of you who don't know, Hilness who comes to Gen Con every year, Hilness has lost a ton of weight and has been on an exercise program that he's done spectacularly well with. So congratulations, Hilness. That's really great to hear.
Congratulations,
man.
Hilness.
Super glad to hear that. Nearly 90 pounds. Yeah, amazing. So really, really seriously, congratulations. Okay, and by the way, while we're waiting, chat, don't forget, we're here for ArvCon. Already raised $515. I'm super happy about that, but we have a goal of $5,500. So if you want to be part of this mix, please contribute. And for those of you who just came in, there's a special reward here. If you watch 5 hours or more of ArvCon this weekend, you will have a special Twitch ArvCon 2026 badge next to your name in Twitch chat. Very exciting. So you have to be in chat watching. Please do that. Spread the word. Let people know. And let's bring people in. But yeah, and thank you all for being here. Okay, so Sataria, having decided what?
Yes. So I'm going to use the Frostfire focus that I have to do damage.
Okay. Awesome.
So I'm going to go for the mound and do a charge of Burning Hands.
Okay.
So
All right. Okay. So burning hands. Let's see. Let me pull up.
did it not go?
I do not see it. You said doubtfully.
There we go.
There it is.
I think. Okay.
Okay. So it needs a dexterity saving throw. Well, I mean, the mound is extraordinarily agile and watch. Yeah. No, it does not nimbly dodge out of the way of your fire. So, so you said 17?
Yeah.
You'll be happy to know that this creature is not a fan of fire. In fact, it really, really doesn't like it. And so
Nice.
it's actually more like 34 points of damage as this thing runs up its side. Now, this
Jeez.
creature, because of the hybrid nature of it, as it burns away part of the vines, you see more cables revealed, which makes you wonder what you're dealing with, Sataria. But it is definitely, that hurt. It did not like that at all. Okay, so even more burning smell now. Where do you want to stand, Sataria? Where do you want to be?
I do want to back up.
Okay.
My 30 feet, if that doesn't take me all the way to the edge of the
Yeah.
clearing.
I think you could do that. Okay, so you do that. Great. Nulls. So you see this thing having been burned. Fortunately, by the way, you just hit the outside of it. You do think you see a little touch of what might be a blue-skinned creature below, i.e., maybe that revealed a bit of Jiraxis. You will have to be careful about burning up a creature with with your companion inside it, but not this time because it was just the outer layer.
That would be fine.
You say. So, Nulls, what would you like to do as you look upon this thing?
Can I communicate telepathically with Elsie before I take my action?
Yes, but you can't have a very long conversation.
No, it's going to be very short.
Okay.
Just asking Elsie to tell Gamork to get the cultist bow.
Oh, okay.
And then I am going to shoot at the cables of this shambling mound.
Ooh, okay. Now, be aware, that's going to be a tough shot. So you're probably going to be doing that at, I would say, disadvantage, because...
The cables aren't... aren't the cables coming up the legs of the thing?
They are, but if you're... Well, I guess what I should do is I should ask, are you trying to sever them? Like, what are you trying to do?
No,
with
I'm
them?
just trying to hit them. Period.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. Then you could do that normally. I had this image
Okay.
of you doing like a
But
called
that-
shot, like firing through.
Oh, would that like do more damage or something? Like, what's different about the cables? I guess that question's for both of you.
I mean, theoretically, I'm assuming you're doing that because the cables are like all over it, so you're sort of like aiming for what you see as its sort of vulnerable place. Is that?
Well,
Or
no. Knowles has another theory, which is
Oh, I
she's
see.
aiming at the cables.
So mechanically,
I just wanna
it
make
just yeah.
I
No,
just
go
want
ahead.
to make sure that if she is doing a called shot, that she's going to get some sort of benefit.
No, that's right. No, it's not, because mechanically what it means is that, she's going to try to hit. There's plenty of cables to aim at, so she's just doing that for normal reasons to like do damage, and
Okay.
then to see if there's a theory behind hitting it. That's fine. That doesn't require a call shot.
So, she's going to shoot the light crossbow of wounding here.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, fire away at this thing then. Let's see, 24. Was that natural? Let me look at that.
No, it's 19 and
19.
four,
Ah, too bad.
unfortunately.
Okay. Yes. So that will hit. Does 6 piercing. Now remind me, because I know I told you this, but I don't have my notes on this. Would the wounded crossbow does what? Like if you hit it?
Well, let's find out together.
Okay.
Because, let's see. This weapon inflicts severe injuries that are difficult to heal. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack using this weapon, you can wound the target. At the start of each of the wounded creature's turns, it takes 1 necrotic damage for it each time you've wounded it.
That's right.
And then it makes a DC 13 Constitution saving throw, ending the effect of all such wounds on itself on a success.
Right.
Alternatively, the wounded creature or a creature within 5 feet of it can use an action to make a DC 13 Wisdom medicine check, ending the effect of all such wounds on it on a success.
Okay, right. And that's the thing that this thing can stack. I think that's what we were talking about with that. Yeah, I can promise you this creature's not going to be like, I've decided to remove these wounds. Like, that's not...
Yes, yeah.
It's not really on that side of things. Okay, so yes, that works. That does hit. Where do you want to? You're standing by the edge of the clearing, Nulls. Do you want to stay
I
there?
basically, yeah, I'll just stay where I am.
Okay. All right. So at the beginning of the mound's turn, a few things are going to happen. Number one, you said at the beginning of the turn it takes this damage, or at the end.
At the start of each of the wounded creature's
Okay.
turns, it takes 1 necrotic.
All right, so it
damage
takes
for
1
each time you've wounded it.
Yep. So it's going to take that 1 point because you've only wounded it once so far. Also, at this point, unfortunately, Jaraxxus,
No.
you have to take a Constitution saving throw at the start of the creature's turn
Oh, okay.
because you cannot breathe.
I'm fine. That's hardy 12.
12 is not going to do it.
Ugh.
So you are going to take. That is another 17 points, I'm afraid, of bludgeoning damage.
Wonderful.
So you're down to 12, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. And now, let's see. So it engulfed. So you are. So the creature actually, Raven is behind it, worry about the thing. So it's going to look at the next obvious creature, which is Nulls and Sataria. And I think it's going to come to Sataria. So it's going to come towards you and again attempt to slam you.
Did it succeed on my command earlier?
Oh, sorry. That's right. I forgot. I'm so sorry. I forgot about that command because that would have happened that would actually happen now before it moves. So
Yeah.
because you said it would drop. So Jaraxxus,
Yeah.
you're standing there. Actually, let me think about that then. You know what? Then no, take your damage back because it would do that before the damage would be.
Yeah,
would be
because it
listed.
says follow the command on its next turn. Also, drop says the target drops whatever it is holding and then ends its turn.
Okay, great. So yeah,
Yeah.
what you had 29 is what you were at before without that hit.
Yes.
I think okay. Yeah, so it sort of shakes and then and just spits out
Yay.
Jaraxxus. Jaraxxus comes out like I don't know if you ever had the opportunity when you were a kid, maybe like you were on a lawn that was freshly mowed and you ever like got grass clippings. Just imagine like covered in leaves and grass and moss and like slimy stuff and just Jaraxxus spits out in front of you and you kind of roll to a stop in front of Sataria, who's now looking down at you. And the creature just sort of continues to shake. It does not move.
I
forgot about that ending its turn thing is pretty sweet too. So good
Yeah.
stuff. All right, Jaraxxus, it's your turn. You've just been spit out by a creature.
Wow.
We're
All right.
going to Disneyland.
On my hands and knees, I give a thumbs up to Sataria. I stand up slowly. Give me a reminder, if you could, of the status of the guy with the crossbow. What's he doing? He's afraid of the world? Okay.
Yeah.
That's
He's
what he
currently
gets.
being kicked by
Ah,
Raven.
This
Why
is-
he's-
I'm afraid of kicks.
This is wonderful. Okay. Well, I don't like getting hit, so
Okay.
I'm going to.
Logical.
I know I should really be doing damage, but I also, like, especially from the outside now, as Jaraxxus sees the flames burning across this thing and how vulnerable it is, Jaraxxus looks at Sataria and says, "Can you keep doing that?" And does Sataria indicate that she can?
For at least a little while longer.
Jaraxxus says, "Okay, I'm going to make sure that I don't die." And in that case, I'm not going to shoot my sprite beams like I usually do all the time. I shall cast Clone Pack on myself, aka for the uninitiated Espergenesis people, or those uninitiated in the ways of Espergenesis. This is Mirror Image. So, Clone Pack says 3 illusory or holographic duplicates of yourself appear in your space, and 3 more Jaraxxi show up.
Oh, hello there. Yes, we're all here together.
Until the effect ends, the duplicates move with me and mimic my actions, shifting position so it's impossible to track which image is real.
Okay.
Each time a creature targets me with an attack, I roll a d20 to determine whether it hits. And
As
there's
Prince
more mechanics and
Justin
stuff.
says, Jaraxxi is what we're looking
Jaraxxi,
right now.
yes.
Also, quick question for the mods. Because we're up to 515, we do have a giveaway or two now, right? I believe that we can run. Is that am I crazy or is that true? And I also see we have a few people watching in YouTube. Welcome, YouTube people. So I am going to... Oops, what did I do?
Also, you know what, though? So I realized I can't quite do that yet because I've used... I don't remember what my first spell was for, but I had one slot already expended heading into this session.
Okay.
And then I just used one for command. And that's the maximum that a Cybermancer has, is 2 spell slots. And the only way that I get another one back is by using the Pearl of Power, which I have. But I have to use an action to do that, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to use the Pearl of Power to get back the spell slot that I will then next turn use to cast.
Okay, sounds good. So you will not
other
do
than
that.
I can't cast Mirror Image yet, but I will step forward towards the Shambling Mound. I mean, I'm right in front of it, but I'll remain in front of it, I guess. Let's see. I was going to cast Mirror Image. You know what? Yeah, we'll... Oh, I can't do that yet. Yeah, I'll stay in front of it and goad it, basically. I'll be like, want to try that again? That's my turn.
Okay. All right. And I put the link there in YouTube. Hilness, can I read your donation message? I just noticed that you had one. Prince Justin did one for ArvCon. I'm happy to read that, but let me know. Sure. Hilness just wanted to say that his donation was to honor the memory of Carrie NX, who is a longtime member of the EJSA Twitch community who passed from cancer in October. And I hear stories about this literally every year we do this, survivors and people who have passed. And so that's why we do this. So thank you, Hilness. I appreciate that. Okay. So, right. So you do that with Jaraxxus. That brings us back up to the guy. Now, one note for Raven for you. Be aware that if you kick the guy, jokes aside, if you're doing damage to them, that allows the cultist to actually make a saving throw at advantage to come out of the primal fear. Otherwise, they make a saving throw just at normal. So I'm just letting you know. I understand narratively it's fun to kick him, and if you want to do that, that's fine. I'm just letting you know that could trigger, an easier time of him getting out of the fear. Up to you, though, if you want to do that or not.
Just so you know, if that's the case, LaShawn, I want you to kick him because it's fun, and I have this ability that lets me negate advantage, so you can do it at least once.
Okay, so you'll be able to do that on
Just so
your
you know.
turn. I'm just letting you know. He's got primal fear on him right now, as it is. But okay. So speaking of that, let's see. He now has got at the end of each of its turns. So still incapacitated, not able to stand up. Okay, can make another Wisdom saving throw. Oh, also, Raven, is your shield concentration based? I don't think so, but double check. Because the reason is that this spell, Primal Fear, this talent, is concentration based. So you can't have 2 of them up at the same time.
I don't think... I think this is the object.
That's what I thought,
The
yeah.
object, but
That's
the
what I
ring.
thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay, that's fine. So then it's just going to lie there being afraid, and then it's going to make a saving throw at the end of its turn to try to get out of this situation. Okay, what was that? It was a 14, you said?
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be enough. Gets a 15. So he rolls slightly and...
This is to keep him restrained. Well,
to keep him incapacitated.
Yeah. He's just been shooting crossbows. I'm more worried about the other thing. Yeah, never mind.
Okay.
I also asked Gamork to go get his crossbow.
Yes, that I do remember.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Okay, and Raven, actually, it is your turn. I would say that you will still, if you wanted to attack him because he is just recovering, you could actually attack him with advantage on this turn if you wanted, as he's clearly getting over his fear.
Oh, okay. Well, let me think about this now. I had basically ran over to kick him due to like adrenaline pumping through her.
Yeah, kick him. Do it. I wonder if you have some sort of ability that you can like empower your kick or something. That'd be funny.
Don't. I don't, but Yeah, I'm gonna say she's hopped up on adrenaline right now, and she's probably a little snappy right now. Okay, fine. She goes over to kick him
Yeah.
in the face.
The face.
She
All right.
kicks him while she kicks him while he's down,
All
although
right.
he's probably coming out.
So
Yeah.
go ahead and make. I'll ask you to make a regular, basically a basic attack. So just d20 plus your strength bonus, if any.
Not. Yeah, I don't have any stuff on it.
But you
Give
will
me a
get
second.
advantage on this because he's still in coming out of incapacitation.
Okay, give me a moment.
Time I say that, I keep thinking of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Incapacitation.
So you said roll 20, 1d20.
1d20. And you can do it twice, take the higher result. 7 would be not the... Yep, that's enough. You do kick him in the face. So, let's see. For the damage on that, I think that would be, let us say, you don't have any strength bonus, so just 1d6 here.
1d6. 3.
3. Okay. You see his nose. You see a little blood come out of his nose.
Yeah. Is it also emotional damage as well?
Yeah, and he's just sort of like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
So there's that. Okay, Raven, are you going to stay over him in this position or back off a few steps?
Probably back off. Yeah, I'm going to look over to make sure that I'm going to look over for his crossbow. Yeah, I'm going to look for his crossbow, basically.
Okay. You see it. You won't be able to reach down and get it because you already took your action, but you can see it lying by him. So when you take a couple steps back, you look down at his crossbow, and as you look at it, that means you get to see a flash of gray as Gamork, galloping across the clearing, grabs the crossbow as the guy's reaching for it. And Gamork sort of peels off and then comes to the side of the clearing and then takes his head and the crossbow goes flying off somewhere into the underbrush, and then growls and turns back on the aforementioned cultist, who doesn't look happy about any of this. Okay, Sataria, you were up next. Nels is on deck. What would you like to do, Sataria?
I got my marching orders, or not orders, but strong suggestion that I agree
marching
with.
suggestion.
Boop, more fire, and then so I'll come in to get into range to do the fire, and then I'm gonna step back again.
Okay.
Less
Okay.
this time. Sad.
Let's see. Yep. Okay. And once again, does not save against it. So, and again, not as much damage initially, but again, it is taking more damage every time. So, you see more burning up of it. Okay. Good stuff, Staria. Where do you want to move to, if anywhere?
Back. Sort of where it, well, it was coming for me, and then it wasn't.
It was
where I was. But so maybe a different direction. Sort of, Dr. Jaraxxus is kind of keeping its attention.
Yeah.
I want to kind of come in and then not like hide behind him, but sort of like not draw its attention away from him
Gotcha.
to me.
Okay. So focus. Yeah. So it's focused in your quadrant. You and Jaraxxus quadrant. Okay. Okay. That's going to bring us to Nulls. This thing remains wounded. Oh, it did. I actually forgot that I did need to make a saving throw against it, even sort of normal. It's a con saving throw, right? To get over the wound, I think we said.
Yes. Let me make sure. Yes.
Okay, so it's not dexterous, but it is pretty. Oh, well, it may be, but it certainly didn't. It certainly didn't save that time. So okay, so it's still wounded.
I'm going to take another shot at the cables with the light crossbow wound.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go do that. Hi, Mur. Mighty Mur waves wildly to Toy and LaShawn and Arv, I guess. Oh, yeah, I guess. Good to see you, Mur. Yes, it is always a pleasure to have Mur Lafferty with us. You should check out Mur, not only here,
Hey,
but you can
Mur.
also find Mur on the 13th Icon, held right at this channel with Prince Justin as the GM. Mur, we are already in the pre-show up to $515 donated, so very good opening section with this pre-show for Damon Runyon. But good to see you, Mur. Okay, so what were we doing? Okay, so you did the thing, shot the stuff. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make that money. Okay, 13. That's close. Not enough though. That's not going to hit it. It sort of bounces off one of the cables, and so you do not wound it. It's still wounded, but you do not, double wound it, as it were. Don't forget, chat. Inspirations are still a thing, by the way, that can be useful for this. So
I am going to move back if I can.
okay, you can do that. You were already pretty close to the clearing edge. You want to be further back than that?
Yeah, how close am I to Gamork?
Probably, well, he just ran and came back. Probably only about 10 feet because he got the crossbow, and then ran away again. So
Okay, so is he behind me or in
no,
front
to
of
your
me?
side.
Okay, I'm going to move closer to Gamork, I think.
Okay, you can do that. Move closer to Gamork. Now it is the creature's turn. This time it is no longer affected by the command. It has nothing inside it to be breathing or whatever. It's going to take a point of damage at the beginning of necrotic damage. It'll get a chance to save at the end of this turn. And it is going to come in and attempt to attack Jaraxxus, which remains in front of it, is still dancing around and, all that kind of thing. So it's going to again attempt to slam you.
I'm ready.
Slam. Dun, 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 dun.
I like how I'm not built for it at all mechanically, but I am the party's tank. It is a fact.
Yeah.
And happily so.
It's the way these things worked. Okay.
Mhm.
Let's see. So this is going to be... okay. So attempts to slam you. Okay. So we got an 18. And let's see. The second one, though... second one is still a 13, which is higher than yours, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Well. Okay. That means...
I'm ready.
All right. You take 25 points of bludgeoning damage as it hits you with both things. And then...
Get swallowed again.
You are re-engulfed.
All right.
Welcome back to engulfing. Okay.
Yeah.
It's also your turn now, Jaraxxus.
Wonderful.
You could definitely
Ow.
smell burnt grass
Mhm.
inside here. It's been hurt, obviously.
Can I almost want to
Yeah, isn't it
like
burning?
can I Jaeger this thing or something? Can I pilot it
You
like
wanna
a big
sell-
mech?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
This is my new form.
A new thing. Not unless you can think of a way to control its
yeah,
constituent
like
intellect.
hack its wiring or something. but
Exactly.
I don't have an ability to do that. Well, man,
No, it's not mini engulfing, Echo. I'm sorry, it's engulfing. It's not a fun game.
well, yeah, this is a big monster. I will take damage inside of it. That is not fun. I should probably get out of this again. I have other options, but this is probably the best one.
Are you going to again try to command it?
I think I am. Yeah.
I said drop.
I will say just that, and cast command with my last spell slot, or my last talent slot. Wisdom of 14.
Okay. All right. You don't know what's going to happen until next turn. We shall see.
Great.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Top of the round, the cultist gets up and snarling at you, Raven, since you were right in front of it, draws a short sword and charges at you. and is going to try to attack you with its short sword. We're looking at an 8. And then a 6. Swings at you twice. 8 and a 6. I don't think either one of those hit, do they?
Oh,
Okay.
I'm actually a little insulted.
Now it's your chance to get back at him with that insult because it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Let's see. Well, I mean, he came to attack me, so I think I'm gonna. I'm
Do you have
gonna
any
do.
big flashy spells or?
I do. Am I close enough to touch him?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Actually, well, let's continue the pain. I'm gonna cast trauma on him.
Trauma.
Yep.
Okay.
Basically, he died. He swings at me, and I kind of like spin around and grab his arm, and I cast trauma.
Ooh. Wow. Cause a rupture to form on the creature's body. Ooh. Okay, make a melee forging attack against a creature you can reach. All right. So go ahead and make that melee forging attack, which it should show under your character sheet, I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to think where it is.
That'll be some serious
yeah.
damage if that hits.
It would be.
Oh yeah. Yep. There we go.
Oh yeah.
I didn't.
Is that okay? Yeah. Well, so
Oh wait, 3D. Oh wait, yeah. Go on.
that was right?
Sorry.
One.
Oh,
You rolled a 2 plus the 3, so that's a
I see.
5.
Yeah, it already rolled.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that is not going to hit. It's too bad. That would have been a lot of fun to see. I mean, not fun for him. But he sort of dodges out of the way and kind of hisses at you behind his strange cultist mask and says, "The light will blind you." Okay. That means, do you want to move away or stay where you are, Raven?
I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay.
Because I'm pissed.
Don't blame me. Okay. It is Gamork's turn. Gamork, on its turn, sort of turns head towards you, Nulls, and then is going to charge again at the rough beast. Its hour come round at last, slouching towards Bethlehem, towards the mound. And let's see. It's going to go. Ooh. This time makes it count. Leaps up, and its jaws lock on the creature's arm. Let's see what damage it's going to do. Okay. So chomps a bunch out of the creature, which I just realized I forgot again to make that con check. Let me just do that quick at the end of the turn. Nope, still wounded, Nulls. That thing is still doing work. Okay, so Gamork is grabs on, and then the creature manages to throw Gamork off. But this time Gamork kind of lands, skids slightly, dramatically, and then kind of stands up again. Definitely did some damage that time on his attack. All right, Sataria, you're up. Nulls is on deck. What would you like to do? Draxus is back inside this beast.
Well, he was in there last time when I flamed it, wasn't it?
Yes.
Wasn't he? So, okay.
I did
So I know
warn
that-
you, though, that you were getting... Now, you may still be okay, but there will be a stage where there's too much of the outer layers removed for you not to hurt him. You're not sure if that's true yet, though. You may still have some buffer.
Well, at least one more.
Yeah.
Alrighty. 14. All right, let's see how it goes. Again, nope. once again, narratively, I'm really glad that it continues to roll terribly on these things. Okay, so that hits 14, double damage because of the effect that this is having. So it does 28 points of damage. And so now, let's see. So, okay. So now, as you look at it, you can now see within this mass of cables, there's some vegetation, but a lot of it's cables. You can see Jaraxxus basically sort of held within it. And Jaraxxus, you still, like, you kind of don't fully see outside of it, but you definitely now are like, you can feel air, and there's the outer layers of this thing have burned up. It is now looks
Made
like
you a window.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you want to move, if anywhere, Starya?
Well, I had to come in because it's,
Right.
15
Yep. You moved
foot,
in together.
so
Yeah.
move back to where
Step
I was.
back again. Okay. Frostfire doing work. See, on this thing. Okay. Okay, Nulls, you're up next. This creature has one of your wounds in it, and you can see Jaraxxus partially now.
How close is the cultist to the mound now?
To the mound. Probably about 15 feet, I would say.
Dang it. All right. Let's shoot at this thing yet again.
Okay.
That's not going to do anything.
11 is not, I'm afraid, going to hit. Sadly. Where do you want to? Do you want to stay where you are, or?
Yes, and I'm going to ask Elsie. What is the What is the weakness with this thing that we're missing?
It appears to me that you're actually doing a fairly good job in attacking its weakness. It seems to be vulnerable to fire. I would, however, caution you because I suspect that Dr. Jaraxxus is also vulnerable to fire. By the way, and this is a little hologram. So, I guess speaking, yeah, it would be it's so speaking to you because really it's a hologram that can actually communicate with everybody. So I would say the little hologram that pops up on your wrist, that the cultist is like the mask sort of turns in the direction of this strange new voice. Okay. All right.
Before you move on from
Yes.
Nal's turn 2, I'll just Toya, don't forget that as a bard, you can inspire someone as a bonus action or roll for your tail as a bonus action. You still have,
that is true.
or healing word as a bonus action, said the person who's at 4 health.
The problem is my slots are not great. I can bardic
How many,
inspiration.
How many of those do you have left?
I have all 3.
Okay.
Who's next?
Next up is it.
No, well, I'm not doing that. Who's after it?
Jaraxxus.
Well, let's inspire Jaraxxus because he certainly needs it.
Yay.
Seems reasonable. Okay, so you
Inspire.
you are inspired by that. Okay, all right. So on its turn, the beast again. You feel it shake, Jaraxxus, and then and just spits you out again. It is going to take that point of necrotic at the beginning. This time its turn ends, so I'm not going to forget to make this time the con save, which this time is a 15, which I think is enough to get
Yeah, it's
over your
13.
wounding thing. So it is no longer wounded, except that it's very wounded, if you know what I mean. Like, it looks real hurt, but it's not at least affected by your thing. But it did some damage, that thing. Okay, Jaraxxus, you are sitting on the ground with 4 hit points. This thing does look very damaged, and the guy is still up, but...
And he's also inspired.
That's right, you're inspired.
Yeah. I am
You know what? I am inspired.
So I can do the special disengage thing where I can use my movement to take a 5-foot step back, right?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to do that, and then cast Sprite Beam, because I know Sprite Beam is a ranged attack, and I would have, if I fired in melee, I'd have disadvantage.
Okay, you could do that.
So I'm gonna back away from it and shoot my Eldritch Blasts, Sprite Beams at it. to try to finish it off.
In doc terms, he's boosted. Exactly. Okay, go ahead and fire away.
Here we go. Fire away. Here's the first one. That's an 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
My special. I don't have the Frostfire thing that Sataria has, or the shield thing that Raven has, or the crossbow. But I chose the battle focus, so that's why my bonus is +7, which is really high.
Nice. That definitely will hit.
I guess I'll do this damage first, and then I'll shoot my second beam. D10 plus my int. So that's 9 points of force, I believe.
Okay. It is force. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, I'll double check.
You take that.
Give me a second.
It takes that.
Sprite. Sponsored by Sprite. No, it's not. That would be cool. I just come to ArvCon, I'm like, yeah, hey, I got you the best sponsor. Whenever I shoot a Sprite beam, Sprite donates.
they reach in their petty cash drawer. $10,000 to ArvCon. Hey, let's go.
Yeah. Yes, okay, it is force damage.
Okay, that's good.
All
right,
I
so
will
it takes
now
that.
shoot the second beam.
Okay.
Wow. I'm debating making that better. Yeah, it seems like it's gonna die soon. There's a whole bunch of us have turns. I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna use my perfectly balanced ability.
Okay.
When you or a creature within 30 feet of you makes a d20 roll, you can use your reaction to have the d20 roll be treated as if it had rolled a 10. You can choose to do this after the die is rolled.
Okay.
So
then that's
instead of a
17.
3, I just rolled a 10, so that's 17.
So that will hit.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's see what the damage that you do.
And that is plus my int, 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Looks quite hurt. It is not dead yet, but it is sort of like,
Very close.
Yeah, it's kind of like falling apart. Are you moving anywhere? Are you actually disengaged? So that's what you did. So you're still there.
I think that is my turn. Yeah.
All right. We're back up to the top. The Raven and the cultist are still battling each other, and the cultist is going to take another swing at you, Raven, because that's what the cultist does. Because that's the kind of guy he is. 9. I feel like this cultist has already been pre-freaked out by Raven, which is why he just continues to miss horrifically. Crossbow bolts, short sword thrusts. Okay, so it does get 2 attacks though. 18. Finally, something maybe hits. Does
Okay.
that hit?
Yeah, that hits.
All right. So let's see. That is going to be. All right. That is not very much though. 3 piercing damage to you.
Okay.
And then he stays continually engaged with you. All right, Raven, you've just been hit a little bit by this guy. What do you want to do? Hi, Tom.
Let's see. Well, let's see. I may try and do another trauma attack again.
Okay. I kind of just want that to hit because I think it sounds cool. So I'm rooting for you.
I believe in you.
Okay.
Can I? How many community inspirations are left?
2.
Like the
We have both of them
ones?
available.
Can I redeem one? I've never done
Sure.
this before.
If you do, I think it's
Well, I have the channel.
Oh, you have the channel thing. Yeah, so just do it. Yep. And there's one more after that is available to people. All right, so that means that you, and again, for those who don't know, players are allowed to inspire each other, but not themselves. But Jiraxis could inspire Raven. And if Jiraxis is doing that, then Raven, you get to make
That's what I'm
this
doing.
attack at advantage. So roll twice. See if you can really traumatize this thing. By the way, Sataria, quick note. You know that a trauma thing that you see or attempting to do is something which only people with healing backgrounds or medical backgrounds could do. This is something you studied, although you didn't personally do it, but you've heard people talk about it before in your line of work. So, as a note. 17, okay. Or 6. Let's go with the 17.
Yeah.
The 17 will hit. For sure. So that means it's going to do, okay. So you hit, and I have to succeed. And okay, so first of all, 3d10 necrotic damage.
Oh. 3d10.
Yes.
3d.
It can actually affect others within 5 feet. I don't think the creature is within 5 feet, but that's pretty cool, though. 17, okay. That hurt it quite a bit, this massive
Back on your
rupture.
back, buddy.
Yep, let's see whether he misses the dex throw. Now, this guy is more dexterous, but let's see. Oh, nope. He does go on his back. That's an 8. So that's not going to do it. Falls onto his back and is knocked prone. Good stuff, Raven. Okay. Are you going to stay where you are, or what do you want to do with him? Like, in terms of your movement?
Let's see, he's knocked prone?
He is not prone.
Okay. So, yeah, she's going to go over and stand over him and yell at him to stay down.
Okay. All right, she's going to walk over there to him. Okay. Now, it is Gamork's turn, and Gamork, again, is going to charge at the beast, but this time is not successful. Again, the beast sort of slaps it away, although this time it looks almost like it's just kind of flailing wildly. So Gamork is, again, gets a little bit of damage, not too much. Sataria, and then Nulls is on deck. Sataria, you are up. Creature looks very hurt. The cultist looks very hurt. Your companion Draxus looks very hurt. What would you like to do?
Doing all the flame and stuff, that was all very well, but I would like to cure wounds on Draxus.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Is it easy enough for me to get to him so I don't have to use the sorcery
I
point
would
for the
I would
distance?
think so. It does mean you'll be
Okay.
right near the creature, but yes.
So,
All right, Draxus, 12 points. Back up to 16.
Thank you.
So good. All right.
Thank you.
Satara, you moved
Thank
up,
you.
gave him that, so you're gonna stay there because you're next to him, which leads us to Nulls. All right, Nulls. Guy is no longer wounded. The creature is no longer, but it looks very hurt, and again, the cultist looks very hurt too.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to yell to Raven, take his sword. He has that broadsword.
Short sword, but yes.
Okay.
Oh.
We're going to shoot again at this boy.
Okay.
Shambling boy. All right. That should work.
Sure does. Okay, 10 piercing. All right. It is like just sway, like a stiff breeze. Oh, we got a donation.
Yay!
We got another donation
Yay!
from... Oh, yes, that's right. So, first of all, thank you, Mur. We get a $100 donation from Mur to bring us to $615 in memory of Piper J. Drake recently passed. Yeah, that's right. That just happened a couple of days ago, I believe. Piper J. Drake was a fantasy author, very respected in the community. I did not know Piper myself, but a lot of people talked about it and then she just passed from cancer. So, thank you, Mur. Quite
Yeah,
exactly
Mur.
the reason that we're doing this,
Thank you,
as I
Mur.
said. Thank you, everybody. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I've heard only good things about her. I never met her, but I've heard really good things. So, yeah, this is a bad thing. This is why we're doing what we do. Okay. So, thank you, Mur. Okay, that was the heck's turn was I on?
Nulls.
Oh, Nulls, that's right. So, yes, it is very almost about to collapse. Not quite dead, but stiff breeze would be the rest of it.
But also necrotic damage.
Not anymore.
Not yet.
That's right.
Well, but I hit it again.
Oh, that's
I
right. You
wounded it.
did. That's
I
true.
wounded
I
it.
forgot. It is once again wounded. Yep. It starts from 1, but still. That's great. Oh, listen, it's personally important to me, Mur. But thank you. And also, everybody, spread the word, please. I'm really happy to see turnout a little earlier than I would normally have been streaming when we started earlier. So let's get as many people in here as we can. This is a community building thing, and the more people we get in, the better. So it's also giving Expedition a big leg up on the competition for most money raised, by the way. Okay, so Nulls, do you want to move anywhere or not?
I mean, how much farther back can I actually move? I don't think there's much.
Not a whole lot.
So
Maybe
I'll
a
just
step.
Stay where I am.
Okay. Then it is the creature's turn. It's going to take a point of damage. It's like, but is going to nonetheless attempt to slam. Let's see. Who's it going to try to slam? I think it's going to go for Sataria, who's next to Jiraxis. Sort of is either or, but I think it's going to do that. Is going to try. So it's going to attempt to slam you. And let's see. And that's a 21 and a 14. Do either of those hit?
So I'm gonna cast shield,
Good call.
and so that'll get rid of one of them.
Good call. Do not want to be hit by both, as Jiraxis can prove. Good stuff. Excellent work. All right. So that means just the one bit of damage, which is still painful, but at least doesn't involve being engulfed. Okay, so let's see. Okay, right. So that is going to do for you. Still does 15 points of bludgeoning damage, Sataria. Still hits you pretty hard, but at least you're not engulfed. Okay. Now it's going to try to make its con save to get out of the wound condition. Which is that? Nope, sure doesn't. So it is still wounded. All right, Jiraxis, you're up. This thing is very close to dead. The cultist is also very hurt.
Okay. I think I'm going to do what I'm great at doing. I turn to Sataria and I say, "You've done an excellent job. Let me help finish this thing." And Jiraxis is going to cast Sprite Beam again. My hope is that I can kill the big guy with one and then direct the second beam at the other guy, but we'll see.
Let's see if that goes.
Here we go. That is a that's a 12.
12 is not going to hit the big guy.
Okay, then I'll try again. Or a 9.
Oh, no. Pew, pew.
Oh, no.
2 sprite beams shoot out of the clearing.
can't.
A mechanical
Oh,
squirrel falls
wait,
out of a
Wait,
tent.
I'm inspired.
You're
Can
inspired.
Can I roll? I'm
Oh,
inspired
by
by
nulls,
Nalik, right?
That's true. Yep.
Can I roll a d6 for maybe
Sure.
that first one?
Sure.
Yay. Okay. I think it's a d6, or is it a d8 at this point?
Yeah,
Nalik,
no. Is it
what's-
a D6 or D8 a level 6?
You look at your bardic inspiration.
Might be D8 now.
Maybe.
Tis a D8.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Let's go.
Yay. Okay, so I can apply it to the first one.
Yeah.
You said. All right, great. Okay, so that's a 17.
That will hit, sure.
Yay! Thank you, Nalik.
All right. How
All
much
right.
damage?
Anytime.
A million. AKA 10.
10. As it strikes through the cables, and the creature just sort of collapses into just a bunch of cables and a little bit of grass and moss and so forth lying on the ground. It is destroyed, or at least not moving. Where do you want to move, Draxus?
Size and moves. Does Raven look particularly hurt? I haven't been. Jiraxis hasn't been paying much attention to the cultist for
Slightly
obvious
hurt,
reasons.
not very hurt.
Okay. I think he'll hang out here next to Sataria.
Okay.
And that's his turn.
So the cultist will attempt to swing away again at Raven.
Isn't he prone?
Although, yeah, he's prone.
That's true.
He cannot do anything at the moment.
Well, no, he could still attack, but that's true. He will stand up. He just won't be able to move. He will stand up from being prone, and then he will swing at you from where he is. But it gets a 12, which I don't think is going to do the job on the first one.
Nope.
21, though, on the second one. Hey,
Oh.
look at this guy. Look at this tryhard. For 4 points of piercing, Raven, on that second one.
Oh.
Okay. Raven, you're up. This guy is in front of you and is wounded, and the other creature is destroyed. What do you want to do?
She's just gonna go back to her prime powers, I guess.
Okay.
And she's going to do. Let's see. She's just gonna do a side blast on him.
Okay. Side
But
Hey, Drew.
so yeah. Yeah, let's do that. And that doesn't lose any slots. Well, of course, yes.
Unfortunately, that's not going to get the job done, I'm afraid. That 3 is
Yeah,
not going to
well,
hit.
yeah, okay. Which is, yeah, when you hit her again, that staggered her, and
Something doesn't look right about this roll, though. 1d20 CS greater than 20 equals 3 is... I don't know what that means you actually rolled, because, like...
I don't know either.
Because you should be rolling a number, and then that would be added to whatever your range channeling is. So you should be getting... It almost looks like you just rolled a 3.
Should be a +0.
Yeah. It shouldn't be +0.
Oh.
It should be...
yeah,
That is strange.
that is strange.
I think if it's a 3, it's not going to be enough no matter what you add to it. But I just, for future reference, let's think about that and see if we can get that right. But yes, in the meantime, though, does not hit. Raven, where do you want to go?
Let's see. Think at this point, Raven is actually going to... Let me think. How did I do? Okay, let's do this. Raven is actually going to stagger back a bit because she's not feeling that great. And yeah, that's what she's going to do. She's going to stagger back away from the her adrenaline is wearing off, and she is basically starting to not feel the greatest.
So Raven staggers back. As you stagger back, you dimly feel some creature streaking past you, Raven, and you kind of look over just to see Gamork galloping and then leaping up. And you all see this moment where the sparking cables on the ground light up the gray fur of Gamork as he leaps up in the air. And there's this moment of the mask of the cultist sort of turn towards him, and then this horrible gurgling sound as Gamork hits him. He rolled real well, which is why I'm describing it this way. The cultist goes down, and you hear this terrible ripping sound. And then the cultist lies on the ground, clearly dead. And Gamork turns in your direction. You can see a little bit of blood dripping from his fangs. And Elsie, in your head, Knowles, or I guess popping out of the bracelet, Elsie says, Gamork appears to believe that was justified.
Elsie, can you relay this to Gamork? I sense that was personal for you.
And so Elsie, you see a little shimmering, and then Gamork and sort of turns away, growling and as if spitting something out of his jaws, and then pads off and stares at the Realm's Gate, which is a good spot for us to take a brief break. You are watching the amazing expedition for the Mysterious Peaks crew. We got ArvCon off to a bang by dealing with a mechano shambling mound and a cultist that will never speak again. And you are watching the amazing Rhiannon Held, Toya Kristen Finley, LaShawn M. Wanning, and Zach Clay. We will be back. It's 9:45, so we'll just take a 5-minute break, and then we'll run until about 10:30. So we'll go about another 35, 40 minutes. Maybe not as much combat in this second part, we shall see. But please, while these folks are gone, in fact, these folks can head off. I won't. You feel free to head off while I talk to the peoples. And I will tell all of you lovely folks that right now we are here doing this thing that is known as ArvCon. I am very, very excited about this opening salvo that we've had so far. In fact, I need to adjust that donated amount. So far, we have raised $615 out of 5,500, which is amazing. That is great, and that is during our pre-show. Technically, it doesn't officially fully begin with day one until tomorrow, so we'll have all these giveaways and stuff. But I'm very excited about that. That's exactly what I was hoping we would do, is get some good momentum. Now, I need to mention that right now, the leading donation, the top donation right now, belongs to Hillness. Now, let me explain why that matters. Because I can now announce, again, these giveaways are things we're going to start worrying about more tomorrow, but I can now announce a little bit about what the top, second, and third donors are going to receive. So let me tell you what that all means. The top donator, actually, let me start with the third donator. Where's my pin message at? Blah, 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 blah. That's not what I need, is not that. Okay. Hold on, where's my donation thing at? Blah, 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 blah. Here we go. Yes. So the third highest donor is going to receive a prize pack of the Vikings board game, the Super Camelot board game, that's both from Catalyst, a copy of this book. Come on, book. Hold on a second. Got too many things on this desk. This book, The Game Narrative Kaleidoscope, which was published by Inkle. It has an essay by yours truly in it about game narrative, and it also features a lot of other very well-known authors and people that you would know. The lead on Far Cry 4, the lead on Prince of Persia, a bunch of very well-known people, and, yours truly to the extent I'm known, have essays in here. And so you'll get a copy of that Game Narrative Kaleidoscope book sent to you, and a set of dice. So the third top donor will be, that's awesome, Echo, I appreciate that. That is a set of dice, Catalyst, Super Camelot board game and Viking board game, and that Game Narrative Kaleidoscope. Now the second highest donor, which right now Myrrh is in that second position. Right now Myrrh, if nobody else goes above Myrrh, would receive the Vikings board game, the Super Camelot board game, a copy of Greyshade Renegade Heretic, that is my Grey Assassin trilogy, award-winning, critically acclaimed. Prince Justin had nice things to say about it too. Icarus, my award-winning graphic novel Icarus, and a set of dice. So that is what the second highest donor will get, and I should mention that this is cumulative over the course of the con, so you can always contribute more if you want. The top donor, which right now is Hillness, the highest donor will receive Greyshade, Renegade, Heretic, Icarus, a set of dice, the Dragonbane Core Rules book sent by Free League, and this thing, which is, this is a copy. I have one that is wrapped up. This is the top donor prize from Prince Justin. This is the Olympic Cascade range. And this, as you can see, is set on metal. It's got a stand, so you can literally put it up. It is a beautiful, beautiful piece of photography, and that goes to the top one. So right now, that's going to Hillness if things stay as they are, along with, as I said, Dragonbane Core Rules book, which I don't think Hillness would have, Greyshade, Renegade, Heretic, and Icarus, which I know that he does, and a set of dice. But that's, again, only assuming that nobody passes Hillness or nobody passes Myrrh. If more people contribute, then that could change around. So that's what it's about. And I'll tell you right now, it really is like, it's so cool. I can't even tell you. And by the way, I don't know if you can see this. Probably you can't, because I can't get in. You see those figures down there? Those are people, just for scale. There are the mountains, right? There are the people down there. Super, super cool. That's also the background for the 13th icon. That's right. That's absolutely right. That's the background for the 13th icon. Super important. That's a good point. I forgot all about that. That's right. But I'm really happy so far, folks. This is great. Now, we need to keep our momentum up. We need to keep it going. But 6:15 for the pre-show is amazing. That's great. And as a reminder, we're going to go through the schedule and everything and all the stuff tomorrow. But remember, tomorrow is officially day one. So we'll start with the giveaways tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the next part of Expedition from the Mysterious Peaks. So you'll get back-to-back of this crew. That's going to be cool. And yeah, so I'm very excited about that. Yeah, I know. It's the pre-show. I'm just letting people know. Listen, I'm excited, Echo. And also it's important. Like, I have talked personally. I also want to thank, by the way, Megan McCurdy, who's the communications director over at Damon Runyon, who does just amazing work. And I've been talking with Megan and a lot of the folks over there about how, as I've mentioned, they've sort of adopted ArvCon for them. And the reason is because we do something different than any other charity event they do. Like, we're not a fancy dinner at, $500 a plate, type of thing. We are a charity convention that's done with a lot of tabletop play and gaming and for community. And it's really something that they love. They love the fact that we do this, and it gives them a boost of morale, and they desperately need that right now, living through an anti-science, anti-logic, and anti-compassion administration. So it's nice to see there are some examples there one way or the other. So anyway, yeah, that's the deal with that. Yes, and you'll be able to check that over time. But right now I can tell you, Mur, we have had so far just 5 donors because, pre-show. And right now, Hilness in first with 500. Murr, you're in second with 100, and then Craigery, Triffin, and Prince Justin are all tied at $5 each, but we'll see what happens when we get there. So that's the deal with that. All right, so with that said, not everyone is back yet, but yeah, I am, again, like I said, I could not be happier about the opening salvo. I will tell you that tomorrow we will have another 7:30 to 10:30 slot of this. That'll be the official day 1 of ArvCon tomorrow. And this is setting up a nice little advantage for Expedition in terms of being the highest grossing one. Now, Expedition before it was Esper Genesis in previous years too, they have often had some pretty good showings. But because they're the first one oftentimes to go, it means that other people then are sort of motivated to try to pass them if they possibly can. The Scientists gaming session, which this year is going to be GM by Brandon O'Brien, they have been the ones that have actually won the top amount, so to speak, that has been earned during a donation during those times. So that has happened in the past. We'll see if that happens this time. But right now, very good opening for Expedition. All right, I am going to unmute myself and see. It looks like everyone's back. Are we ready to go and get back into things? Okay, let's do this thing. Let's head back over to reveal the crew that has returned. Okay, so we're back, and yeah, I had a chance to talk a little more about ArvCon stuff. So we will go until 10:30, as I said. So you are all standing in the glade, and you see the realm gate in front of you, but also you see a pile of cables and grass stuff that used to be this creature, and a very bloody and very dead cultist. What would you like to do?
See if there's anything of interest on his person.
Okay.
Loot.
So the only thing that you find on this Light of Aoth cultist here is, besides the crossbow, I mean, you could go hunt for it if you want. It's somewhere in the underbrush. Work through it. But you just find the short sword, which is a normal short sword. Doesn't seem to be magical in any way. The only thing you find is that mask. And I think I might have shown the mask before, but I'm going to put this up again here. You can see it if you're looking on Twitch. That mask is basically what you see on this creature as well, sort of this mechanical metal mask that is made of gold, or at least looks gold. Which looks gold with these sort of glowing blue eyes that you can see. Other than that, though, does not have any instructions or kill them signed big bad guy. Unfortunately, you don't have anything like that on this creature.
Now, we've found masks like this before, and they kind of had... It was like they attached to the face.
Yeah.
Mechanically.
Yeah.
Is this the same?
This one does look as if it is sort of attached. It's a little gross, too, because there's a lot of blood, because, if you know what wolves sometimes do to kill their prey, that's kind of what happened. But in any case, it does not disconnect from the face easily from the rest of it. So, yeah, you don't know. You could try and also sort of rip it off the face if you want, but it definitely is not coming off normally or easily.
I think we have masks from last time as well. So
You did.
yeah.
I think so. Hmm.
Zataria at some
yeah.
point wants to sort of sidle up to Raven while you were looting. Um,
Oh, yeah, go on.
and say, so that not healing but causing damage, that's an interesting trick. I've heard about it too.
Yeah, Raven just looks at you, and she's a little spaced out right now
Okay.
because she's like, and then after a moment, she swallows and says, "Yeah, yeah, we tend to use that a lot in my profession back then."
Oh, okay. Because I mean, I don't know that I did go that direction, but I know it bothered some people. They were like, we're supposed to fix things, not make them worse.
Oh, fix things. And at that point, Raven slowly turns to look at Sitaria and says, "Yes, that was what we did in our profession." And then she
Okay.
walks away and try to compose herself.
Well, that's about what Satara's got. Because she's like, oh, there could be something here to talk about. Ah.
Well, damn it.
She tried.
That's funny.
Is there? I'm guessing the shambling mound carcass or whatever is
Yeah.
also here as well.
Oh, yeah.
Elsie, is there anything of note about this creature?
And Elsie's like hologram pops up above the bracelet, and this appears to be some creature that is mixed together, living and mechanical. In my time, we might have called this cyborg or something similar, but I'm not familiar with this grassy part of it. It does seem, though, like it was organic, as if it grew from the cables, or the cables grew from it. It is a curious creature. If only one could be brought back and then tamed to be used for our purposes.
And is Elsie saying this out loud?
Yes.
Is that possible?
And there's a pause, and it does not seem likely. As you're looking at this, just like spaghetti of cables, and like does not look like. In fact, you're not even sure, Nall's looking at it, what exactly held it together in the first place. It just sort of collapsed at some point.
And I'm assuming this is Magitech, similar to what was used on Gamork.
Gamork growls softly from the other side of the clearing, and Elsie says, "It seems a reasonable supposition, I would say. This thing, at least what I can tell of it, was perhaps held together. These cables, for example, perhaps electromagnetic fusion could have brought together these aspects of it. But if it was held together this way, it means that the grass, the vines, the living material itself had some metallic elements to it. This whole place feels real and not real.
And not real. Can you expound on that?
Well, organic, metallic, combined. There's a strangeness about it. It's not very scientific, but this does not feel purely one way or the other. It's as if science and nature here have merged.
Are we in some dimension, some space?
We are always in some dimension, but not a different one, I think.
We didn't cross over from one to another.
No, but going in there, and the hologram kind of turns towards the realm gate, that may involve crossing over.
Draxus is gonna pick through the burnt plant material and salvage any wiring that is still usable.
There's a fair bit of cable, but you're not sure how portable it is, Draxus. Like, you could probably grab a couple of little bits of it maybe, but there's a lot of the cable's kind of thick in a lot of areas, and it's sort of not very a lot of sharp edges also.
Yeah,
so little
that's
pointy
true.
bits.
Would I be able to treat some of it almost like a length of very durable rope? How much would I be able, how many
don't
feet?
think you'd be able to. I mean, maybe like 10 feet. Because it's
Perfect.
not like, it's not like a 40-foot, like you can't,
Yeah,
There
yeah,
was
yeah.
enough, actually, if it had stayed together, you probably could have made a 50, but it's, someone, I don't know who, burned and poked and wounded and, blew
At
it up.
whose recommendation as well, yeah. Who did that?
That's right.
All right, I'll put in my inventory. I'll kind of like coil it around an arm. What am I going to use it for? I don't know. We'll find out.
Okay.
10 feet of shambling mound.
Shambling metal rope
cords.
thing.
Yeah. Okay. Draxus says,
Okay, well, I apologize for sort of spacing out for the last little bit. I feel like I wasn't myself, but, especially after getting eaten twice.
thank you for healing me, I say to Sitaria. And Draxus says,
Well, this is maybe an indication of what we have awaiting ahead of us. Do we wish to rest for a little bit here, like regain some of our health, have a snack maybe before we head into the realm of unknown? The realm of unknown?
he gestures at the gate.
I could certainly use a short rest.
Or perhaps longer.
I'm happy
Especially if we run into more things like that.
What time is it in the world right now?
Hard to say because it's sort of dim and, sort of above a little bit. But probably, if you had to guess, late afternoon, 5-ish, 4 or 5-ish.
Elsie, can you detect if anything is coming near or how safe this clearing is?
There is a strange energy about this place that interferes with further detection protocols. But it seems as if there is nothing moving for the moment. And, frankly, the entire area around here has some living creatures. Most of them seem to be staying away. They seem more frightened of us than we would be of them.
And if something did decide to approach, you could warn us?
Yes, but I'm limited on how extended my range of detection is. This bracelet allows me to come with you, but I don't have the full capabilities I would have if I had remained on the Centurion.
And looking physically at the gate as well, what do we see? Like, does it look like it's a portal to another place, or can we? Is it just look normal?
It
Or?
does no, it does look like an arch of metal and stone, and it looks very much like the Realms Gate that brought you to Celis. It's not identical to it, but it's the only thing that looks like you've only seen one other thing like this, and it's the one that brought you down to Celis.
It's a physical, like it's not just an archway. There's a gate in it.
No, there's a physical. It's a physical arch that has made of metal and stone, sort of infused metal and stone. There is a slight shimmering around the arch, but not in the middle of it. Like you see, like vegetation and stuff past it. Like you can see through the arch, but there is a shimmering around the arch, and it definitely is not natural the way that some of the other things in this glade are.
Is it built into a hill or a mountain? Like what's to its
No,
sides?
it's freestanding. It does not have anything behind or around it other than, like I say, like, it's like on the edge of the clearing.
And trees and stuff?
Exactly. Yep.
So theoretically, we could just walk around it.
Yes, if you walk around it, though, you'd be right. It's because it's right near the edge of the clearing. So you walk around it, you'd be right up against.
In the middle of bushes and trees and
stuff.
Yeah,
pretty much, yeah.
Okay. All right. Draxus will start assembling a camp of some kind for us to take at least a short rest. And then we can decide if we want to do a long... I mean, especially before we head into this unknown gate realm, maybe it is better if we take a long rest.
I would like some slots free.
That's true, me too. Okay.
And I think you have a long rest available to you. You can only obviously do one of these in a 24-hour period, but I don't think you've done a long rest for a little bit, so I think you could.
Yeah,
do that.
The last thing was a short rest.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
All right, we camp out.
Are you setting any watch besides Elsie? I know you mentioned that, Knowles, but besides that?
Can we take shifts?
Yeah, we could.
Just Raven is not in any shape to do. She's pretty much going back to staring at her hands, and she's looking pretty. She's gone bye-bye.
Okay.
So.
Jaraxxus will walk up to her, and say, "Are your hands okay? You keep staring at them."
And she does not respond. So.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, so while Jaraxxus is doing that, I'm going to use sending to speak to him.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, she's remembering things she wishes to forget.
I wish I had the way to help. Jaraxxus starts rummaging through his backpack and throw a bunch of like metal pieces and a cloak, a walking stick, a data pad, a healer's kit, shrapnel, a tinderbox,
live shape,
random crap,
random creatures.
He pulls out these memory crystals. When we were in Celis, I think it was, in the Elven City, a merchant was selling these memory crystals that last, I think Titus used. And I have 8. And the only note that's adjacent to them is that you need 4 memory crystals for a memory trip, and it is consumable.
I think I have some too, actually. I need to make sure about that.
And Jaraxxus will look at Raven and say, "Look, we've chatted about these kinds of things before, and I'm here with you, and in the sense, I point up at the stars or what we can see of them. I may not share your past, but these times are not simple, and
I am glad that you are with us. These, I hold these crystals. We got these from the Elven City before you, right, pretty much right before you joined us. I didn't use them, but they supposedly allow you to experience a memory of your past in a vivid way, I think.
I don't need to do that. I live that every single day.
I understand. Uh, the thought that has crossed my mind is I could try to find a way. I mean, maybe these crystals can be used to forget bad memories. Would you be interested in that?
At this, she finally, Raven frowns. And then she takes a really good look at Dr. Draxus and she says, "What do you know of the Lorendi?"
Uh, not enough. They, the Rendi are a type of, your species, right? El, the Eldori, I think.
Well, there are, you could call them our cousins.
Hmm.
At this, she seems to start to come more out of herself now, but she's still looks at her hands like Eldori and Lorendi are two very different, even though they're the same coin. They're two different sides. The Lorendi is not what you would call a happy side. And so most of what Lorendi do is she stops and then she shakes her hand and she just says, in any case, I must keep my memories. If one thing, it is very bad to lose them. And I'm very, a Lorendi needs to keep all their memories, if only to remind themselves who they are. And I need to be reminded of who I am, even if it is not something that is good.
Before he puts the crystals away, Draxus says, "You know, the history of my species is also not quite the same, but it's just as storied. There are many different Dendus, some famous, some infamous. I would hope I'm famous and not infamous myself, but you know, I find that it is often up to the individual to define what we are. You know, if you think the Lorendi as a whole, their culture, your experiences were negative for you, then, well, I don't know if you are Lorendi. It sounds like you maybe are. We haven't talked much about it, but I don't know if you are. You're the only Lorendi I've met, and you seem pretty nice.
At this, Raven starts to laugh. And then she just keeps laughing and laughing.
Draxus gives a look to Nalik and shrugs.
To the point that, yeah, you can't tell if she's either laughing or crying.
Draxus says, before I put these away, another thought has crossed my mind. That, you know, I may not be able to help you, although I wish I could. Maybe I could empathize with you if somehow If you ever wish to share your past, I would be willing to listen. And Duraxis says that pointedly first, and then looks down at the crystals and says, perhaps even literally, in some ways. I don't know how these things work, but if you think it would help to see what the Lorendio are like so that we understand, maybe share your feelings. I don't know if the weight is more of a burden to you alone than it would be together.
So at that, Raven's laughter slowly dies off, but she's actually smiling just a little bit. And she reaches out and she pats Dr. Draxus on his shoulder. And she looks at him and says, you will not survive.
Duraxis, his eyebrows kind of perk up. He puts the crystals away and he says,
Well, you did.
and he turns off and realizes that the campfire is now creating a small fire. He's like, oh shit. And he goes back and
The forest is like burning up.
yeah. He turns away and he leaves and gets ready to rest.
Wouldn't the forest start sparking because there's also metal?
Mm-hmm. Quite
Oh.
I'm handling it. I'm handling it.
Who's on? Who's on? Well, watch. I know you're all saying you're taking. Who wants to take like first, second, third, etc.
I will hang out with Gamork, so.
Okay, you want to go first then? Okay.
I'll do number two,
Number two.
I guess.
Okay, Staria, Raven, who wants 3 and 4? If Raven's in a state to take a watch now.
I mean, Sataria's selfish enough to like want the uninterrupted sleep, so she'd ask for 4, but
Seems reasonable. If Raven can take 3, does Raven want to do that?
I think Raven would be in a better frame of mind.
Okay.
Once she has some sleep. So she'll take 3.
Okay.
Just holler at Elsie if something seems afoot.
Knowles, I'd like you to make a perception check for me, please. 17. As you were on first watch, and you were there with Gamork, who is lying down with his head between his paws, but is, you can tell, is sort of not, still breathing, shallowly enough that you're pretty sure is still awake. But there is a moment where you hear sort of a skittering in the woods, and a couple of flashes of metal. And Gamork kind of raises his sightless head a little bit, and the skittering vanishes. Might have been mechanical squirrels or something like that again. But little bits of these sounds in the forest, nothing that you can actually see, other than the glints that I mentioned. But they do seem to be continual. It's like something milling about. But then, like I say, not loudly, not aggressively, just there.
So Knowles asks Elsie, is it possible that this place is a laboratory?
It does seem strange, but it feels more like a place that would be, that is, created by a laboratory than a laboratory itself. There needs to be energy sources, for one thing, and I don't see any of those around here. But
Well,
something could be creating it, I suppose.
well, if it's created, and possibly created by a laboratory, then that means that we're being observed.
It is possible. I have myself grown used to being observed. I spent many, many years battling against a thing that was trying to eliminate me. But physically, something could be watching us.
Well, we need to be on high alert when we go through the portal. We need it to be anyway, but I don't think we're going to be surprising anyone when we step on the other side.
Assuming anyone on the other side knows what's happening on this one. The realm gates can be fairly strong barriers from one spot to the next.
Oh, let's hope that's the truth.
Gmort growls a little bit again. Okay. Otherwise, your watch passes uneventfully. Draxus, I'd like a perception check from you, please.
Okie dokie. Here I go. Key. I see everything with an 8.
Not so much. But you do notice as you look around, every so often you see a little bit of just sort of, you think you hear like a bzz every so often from the pile of cables, and you get like but it's nothing. It's just, you think there might be a little bit of buzzing occasionally. That's just sort of buzzing. Yeah. But otherwise nothing. Okay. I believe Raven is on watch number 3. So can I get a perception from you, Raven, please? 17. Raven, you are conscious of, as you are sort of there, however you're sitting or standing, kind of looking around, you're conscious of a very low hum. And as you sort of kind of try to pinpoint the source of the noise, you eventually discover that it is, in fact, the realm gate. There's just the faintest just coming from almost like a electronic or metallic hum coming from the realm's gate. Not getting louder or softer, it's just there.
By the way, is the body of the cultist still nearby, or
Yep.
has it been properly looted?
Well, you loot, and there wasn't much to loot, but you've already looked through it. But yes, the body is still there, unless you all decided to toss it away. But assuming not, then it's still lying there on the ground.
Okay. Raven's going to get up and making sure that no one's, looking around. She's going to get up and go over to the body.
Okay. Okay, you do that. You look down upon it.
Okay.
The blood is now congealed, but still pretty gruesome sight.
All right. And then once she glances up at the camp to make sure that everything's okay. And then she says, Elsie,
Yes.
can you tell me what manner of what creature of this is?
There's a little brief silence, and then... This was a human of some kind. Humanoid. Seems fairly normal. Well, except, of course, for its current condition.
Can you tell me about the mask that it wears?
It is a metallic mask, and it appears that it may, at least at some point, was able to convey current. But for what purpose, I do not know.
So it's not possible that this humanoid is a creature or could be someone like me.
It seems unlikely. It is not a Lorendi, although I am not sure that every creature on this planet would be the same. I have not been out beyond the Centurion for long enough to know. But no, this appears to be human.
At that, Raven kind of stands there deep in thought. And then after, almost like an aside, she goes, all right, thank you, Elsie. And then she goes back to the camp and sits and does the rest of her
Okay.
her shift.
All right. That means last of all, Sataria, can I get a perception check from you, please? Nine, I think that says. Yeah, not a whole lot going on,
Okay,
except that you are very pleased that you got a full rest. It is true that there is a manifest strangeness about this grove, though. The whole forest, really, since you've entered it. But it's hard to put your finger on why. And it is a little bit hard to override the sort of uncomfortable smells of a cultist corpse and a whatever the hell creature that was that you just battled carcass there. All right, in terms of what the mechanical effects of the long rest are, it means that you all get all your hit points back. And if you spent any hit dice, I don't know if any of you did during a short rest, then you would get half of your total number of them back here. That would be the case. So that's going to bring Raven back up to 41.
Oh, and this actually pertains for once because I used charges. So did we pass Dawn to get the Frostfire focus to get
Yes.
more? Okay,
Yes.
so I'll roll for that.
Yeah, that Frostfire thing did some serious work. You won't always fight living plants, though, so, just... Okay, 3
Oh,
charges.
up to max.
Okay, good stuff. Okay, as you all awaken early in the next morning, you can see Gamork is already up and is sort of sightlessly looking in the direction, so to speak, of the Realms Gate.
Oh,
Well,
much better. Much
I
better.
believe our direwolf friend has the right idea. Although I am concerned that once we reach the other side, someone might be waiting for us. I was asking Elsie about this place, and it could be something a lab created. And if it's something a lab created, it is something a lab observes.
All right. Well, I suppose there's nothing to do but go forward.
That's all we should ever be doing.
Okay, so do you all walk through?
Yes.
Raxus leads the way.
Leads the way. All right, have a good night, Echo. As you step through, passing through the Realms Gate prompts a moment of disorientation. And afterward, you find yourself... I've just put it up on Twitch. Chat. You find yourself in an open square surrounded by buildings of varied heights and angular designs. There are assorted flowers and curated greenery decorating the streets alongside elegant glass and metal spires. A broad promenade stretches before the Realm Gate, ending some distance away at wide silver gates leading to the rest of the city. Merchants ply their wares in colorful stands lining the area, and everywhere you look is the smell of fresh produce, savory foods, and an apparently living, breathing, vibrant city in the middle of this deep, dark, mechanical forest, which is a perfect spot for us to bring our session to a close. We will start in this strange place tomorrow. I am very excited for it. It's going to be great. Good work, everybody. I was thinking about the fact it was going to be good timing that we were going to have a big fight to start out with. And honestly, I forgot about that Frostfire thing because I was like, this thing's a kind of a tough creature, and I figured it might be a struggle for all of you, and it would have been, especially after engulfing Jaraxxus twice. But that Frostfire did some serious work. The Wounding Crossbow did some work. The Sprite Beams did some work. And Raven kept the cultist occupied in the mano-a-mano battle of the two of them fighting each other. So, and now...
Okay, I did not plan that.
No, I know, but it was at a certain point you were like, this guy, this
effing guy.
This effing
this
guy.
mother effing guy. Yeah, it was really funny. But it was good that all of you were able to come through it okay. And now who knows what this city holds for all of you. I'm looking forward to it. But it was good work from everyone. And most importantly, we raised $615 during this pre-show, which is a great opening salvo. So I will start with Zach at the bottom right here. Zach, great stuff from Jaraxxus today. There were some, that command thing, I forgot to mention that. You're having that command thing helped a lot, because otherwise you were going to be taking an average of 2d8 plus 4 bludgeoning damage every turn, unless you made the save, because you can't breathe. Like, it was very bad. And so you're being able to get it to spit you out twice and stop it from moving, like basically put it on stun lock a little bit, was really important. So that was important combat-wise. Also, nice moment, I think, between Jaraxxus and Raven, trying to get a little sense of the memory. Do you want to remember it? Do you not want to remember it? What kind of a person are you, really? And I thought that was nice, too. So some good stuff from Jaraxxus. How'd you feel about today? Where will everyone knows where, but what do you want to let people know before they see you on the morrow?
Yeah, this was fun. It's nice to be back and get some combat in, and fight some stuff, learn some things, have some roleplay moments. Was a lot of fun. People will find me again here for this tomorrow as we explore this new city. Meet some NPCs and head out into the world. It's been a while, I feel, since we've been at a settlement like this.
Yeah.
After exploring a ship for so long. So there will be that. And then Saturday morning, or bright and early for my Californian time, will be a special Our Vocalists one-shot. It's not often that Our Vocalists, our voice acting team, that right now we've been playing through Citizen Sleeper, this sci-fi game, get the chance to play D&D. And so that's what we'll be doing. And I've been preparing a special short sci-fi Citizen Sleeper inspired one-shot for the group. So that'll be fun. And more. I mean, I would be longer, but I'm going to be back here tomorrow and the next day. So I think that I'll save my further remarks for then. But yeah, pleasure to be here, and nice time tonight.
Cool. Thanks, Zach. Good stuff tonight. LaShawn, again, very good stuff from Raven. I talked about the whole journey that Raven's been on, and it was really interesting to see that develop a little bit further here. We got some of that in combat, Raven sort of challenging and then sort of backing off a bit. Sataria picking up something about Raven's technique in the middle of doing that. So that was really cool. And then also, it was really funny to just sort of just the kicking in the face, the battle against the thing. Like, it was just very much a, focused on one person, which meant that they were sort of taken out of the fight because they were focused on you so much, which was helpful, I think, while the other three were dealing with the bigger shambling creature. But also, again, nice moments with Jaraxxus too. And I liked the little moment at the end where you were kind of like, you won't survive it. It was sort of like pat on the head type of thing. Was cute, and also, again, a little bit of an insight into Raven's characters. That was cool. How'd you feel about today? I don't have to ask you where you'll be, because I know where you'll be, but how did you feel about today's session, LaShawn?
Okay, I did not expect Raven to just go off on like that, but that was fun. And yeah, it is interesting to see some more cracks, appear in her, in her attempt to keep memories at bay and not be. Well, she's traumatized by her past, but apparently the cracks are beginning to show. So it'll be interesting to see how large those cracks will get.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but yeah, this was fun, and there was even it was kind of cathartic to have Raven, fighting. I just now actually realized that this was the first time that she actually fought on her own. Usually she's cowering and hiding, but she was actually actively fighting.
Right.
So that's interesting. And yeah, it will be interesting to see how she deals with that. Because obviously it caught up with her in a big way.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's fun to play with. And yeah, I'm excited to see how she will react when she's not fighting and she's in the next place. So tomorrow's going to be fun. I'm going to really enjoy seeing how she reacts. So yeah.
Good stuff.
But
Thanks.
yeah, you guys will see me tomorrow. I'll be here.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say it'd be very easy for be like, where do we find more? Just come back tomorrow. Thank you, LaShawn. Good stuff tonight. Toya, good stuff as well from Knowles. I appreciate you bringing Elsie into the mix several times because it is cool to be able to have an artificial intelligence that you have connected with, and also as a sort of bridge to Gamork, which meant that you're almost sort of like you've got a little bit of a group of people that you're able to sort of make suggestions to, although they are their own independent agents. And also, it'll be interesting, too, to see this idea of what exactly this area is. Is it a laboratory? Is it created? Is it, those questions that Knowles was starting to ask are things that could, obviously come into play later on. And we had the crossbow of wounding, so we got some wounds on this thing. I was always hoping that it would stack a little more so you can get like the multiple necrotics going, but it didn't quite work out that way. But also, this thing was a strong, like heavy constitutions thing, so it's not that surprising. But in the end, you managed to defeat it, and everyone survived to tell the tale. How did you feel about our session today, Toy?
Yes, I will be here tomorrow like everyone else. And yeah, we always need to give you the opportunity to use your sound effects, your vocal sound effects there.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed that conversation between Raven and Jaraxxus and how it started off quite fraught, but ended in a place where Raven was a little bit more reflective. We have always known that something is going on with Raven. So it's been fun to kind of watch LaShawn roleplay that and discover more about that character and also us at the same time. So I'm just wondering when the big epiphany is coming, because it is coming. She's a coming. I am also very curious to find out the relationship between that forest and this settlement, because they are obviously very tied together in some way. And it's kind of unexpected to find this kind of normal, quote unquote, normal village, through a portal, but still there is something going on where, yeah, there's a portal, but there's still some foresty action happening in the background.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting to find out what that is all about. I am currently working on a couple of my own projects. I am working on a workshop for not just giving feedback, but also taking feedback. And I am also working on an interactive fiction, which is a quiet horror that gets less and less quiet the more that you go. If you are interested in supporting either one of those, my Ko-fi link is in the chat.
Good stuff. Thank you, Toya. And yes, support all the things, as I've said many times about Toya's work. Thank you, Toya. I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. And the same for Rhiannon. Also, some important stuff with Sataria. We already talked about the badassery of the Frostfire thing. That became very extremely important. Also very important, though, underrated thing I want to point out, or thing that might have sort of flown under the radar, was the sorcery point to make that Cure Wounds into a distance spell, because it kept Jaraxxus alive long enough to do all the stuff with the command and, all that business. So that was like really clutch. And it's interesting because that is, I play with another one of my campaigns. I play with a sorcerer that Brandon O'Brien plays. And sorcerers obviously have all this ability to like take points, do things, and manipulate things. But when you combine it with a healer, that provides a lot of other interesting opportunities that was desperately needed in this party in terms of getting someone who could help keep them upright. So that was important there. And also, I liked the attempt that Sataria made to try to connect with Raven, and Raven's like, yeah, that's this thing, and then walks away, and Sataria's like, all right, Well, I got nothing. But again, that was really, it's clever because there's an attempt, as you say, to make some kind of connection there, and it'll be interesting to see how much, if that gets further developed as time goes along. How'd you feel about today, Rhiannon? I know you'll be back with us tomorrow, but how'd you feel about tonight?
Kind of fun. I love the opportunity to sort of try to have Satari reach out. And the point is that she's not very good at it. So that was delightful to get that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I playing a healer, there is still something in me that likes doing the damage. So it's nice to have that focus, even though I my latest spell for 6th level was another healing spell. And I'm like, but I do have the focus. It's there.
Yes.
Folks can find me not only tomorrow, but also they can check out my books. I've got the Silver series under the name Rhiannon Held, and then the Amsterdam Institute series under RZ Held, which is space opera novellas. So if you want to try one out, they're a little bite size. You can try the first one.
That's good stuff, and you should. Brandon's a good writer. All these people that do the writing thing and the editing thing are all good writers and editors, so you should check them all out. But I'm also, again, grateful to them for starting us out right with the pre-show, and they will be back tomorrow for day one, officially day one of ArvCon 2026. But $615 to start it is a really good job, team. So thank you for joining us for this. Chat, can we get some love for the amazing members of the Expedition for the Mysterious Peaks crew? Thank you again to Rhiannon, to Toya, to LaShawn, and Zach. And I will see all of you tomorrow.
Night.
Bye for now. All righty. So good stuff. That was fun, and especially fun because not only did we do what we were hoping to do, but we also got some good stuff going on with us. I was really excited to be able to see that we made some decent money to start things out. It was great. And means that the mods will have giveaways to do tomorrow, but I don't think they'll mind that. That's always a good sign. And it sets us up nicely for what is to come. Again, for those of you who joined us a little bit later on, this was the pre-show for ArvCon 2026. ArvCon officially gets underway with a nice little 6:15 boost. Gets us underway day one tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern again with the first ever back-to-back. So once again, a session of Expedition for the Mysterious Peaks as they enter into this city of Galifel. And then we will be back on Saturday, and I will go over all the sort of schedule stuff, talking about what's happening. But I can tell you that Friday, day one of ArvCon with Expeditions from the Mysterious Peaks. Saturday is going to be our longest day, and it's going to have multiple sessions. We'll be running from 12 noon until after 12 midnight. So that's going to be pretty exciting. And then on Sunday, we've got our long marathon session, the series finale of Eberron, Oracle of War. And then, isn't that great, Drew? I'm really excited about that. And then Monday, we will have day 4 of ArvCon, which will feature Prince Justin with a Traveler one-shot with some players. And then at 3:15 p.m. Eastern, I believe it is, we will have the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation scientists that are joining us this year. 3 of them will be playing with Brandon O'Brien a tabletop game, so I'm excited for that. Also, correct if I'm wrong, Drew, but I believe that tomorrow night you said that after our session comes to a close here, that you're going to be doing a little bit of a kind of an after party, like a Friday after party thing on your channel, I think. Last year that we did this, Drew, and I think Tilted did something like this, actually raised a little bit of money. It was pretty cool. Like, I came back and I'm like, oh, nice. We actually got some money in, so that was super cool. So hopefully we'll be able to keep that going tomorrow. Again, our goal is $5,500. We are now less than $5,000 away from reaching that goal, thanks to what we did tonight. In fact, I think it's like $4,885, if I'm not mistaken, is what we have left to make our goal, and that's awesome. So I'm super excited about that. We obviously need to keep the momentum up, and the way to do that is not only to support through donations, hopefully to get the coveted prizes that I have previously mentioned, but also to spread the word and bring people out. I'm really hoping we can have a great turnout. It was a pretty solid turnout for a pre-show on a Thursday night when I would normally have not been starting at 7:30, starting that early. So I'm glad we had a group of people come in. It was fine, but I'm hoping tomorrow, I don't normally stream on a Friday night, So again, we'll have to think about seeing that we can get the best we can. Hopefully we can get a lot of people out for turnout. And then Saturday when I do stream, I'm hoping we will get a ton of people out coming on during the day on Saturday and also on Sunday. This is all, and then Monday, of course, all of this for a very good cause to benefit the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation, which of course I will talk about more tomorrow and on Saturday as we go through. But other than that, I want to thank everyone. As I said, I'm not going through my whole spiel today because this weekend is about Damon Runyon. So instead, what I want to say is just please do follow the channel and please do subscribe to us over on YouTube because both of those are really important. And also follow on Blue Sky, !ArvTube and !ArvSky, respectively, so that you can get more announcements about that. Our Discord is !ArvCords. You can also follow things within the Discord. But otherwise, the big thing is !Damon, so you can find out about Damon Runyon, !Donate, so you can actually see the link to actually go donate, and then !Donated. I think we got the Tiltify overlay working now, so I think everything's working with like notifications and stuff, but just in case, you can always have that donated thing as well. I want to thank my wonderful mods. Thank you to Hillness. Also, thanks for that really great contribution, Hillness. Thank you to Prince Justin. Thank you to Triffity Mats, Andrew the Damager, all the best mods in the business. Thanks for the coverage we had tonight. I believe it was Prince Justin and Triffid, but it might have been Drew, who I think that was not Drew. Drew also was there, though, as they're filling in. So thank you. We're going to have mod coverage all weekend, so thank you for that. Thank you also to Triffid for putting together the gift list based on a Dragon Spear spreadsheet. Again, I'll give a lot of these thank yous after the event's over, but I did want to mention it while I was thinking about it. Also, thanks to Patreon supporters and subscribers, Prince Justin, Triffid, Drew, Nonstop, and Zach Clay, of course. And thanks to the viewers, Coleman. Thank you to Anki Dusks. Thank you to Mr. Jonas, Proxima Rising, Tilted Gaming, T-Bone Jenkins, the Airmaster, the Rising Tides, and Valerian Gamer. So last thing I want to mention also, besides thanking the amazing expedition crew of Rhiannon and Toya and LaShawn and Zach, the last thing I want to mention is, for those of you who didn't see this, everyone who either contributes a 5-sub pack or I had to do that, like it makes you do that. Honestly, the thing that I think is much more important for this event is to be able to watch, because anyone who watches this total event for 5 hours, okay, so 5 hours worth of total time, will get the ArvCon badge. I'll show it to you just for a moment here. That thing that you see right there, you'll get a small little version of that in Twitch chat, which I think is pretty cool. So you're going to get a chance to do that if you watch 5 hours worth. This is a new thing that Twitch actually just rolled out, which I think is kind of neat, actually. And you can make it event-based. So we might be able to do this for other things. Like I might be able to get... So we might... Sorry. We might be able to do that for other things, like for ArvCon, for the ArvAthon that we do in September and stuff like that. We might be able to do other things like that too. But let me just confirm. Yeah, it's running. So it started tonight at 7:30, and it's going to run until May 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern. So as long as you continue to watch, if you watch at least 5 hours, then you will get more of, you'll get that badge, which I think is kind of a cool little additional thing. So I think that's neat. But that is going to do it for me for tonight. What awaits our intrepid adventurers here in the city of Galifel tomorrow through this strange Realms Gate? Who knows? Only the players do. Well, and I know a little bit based on what the players do. And we will all find out together tomorrow. Thank you all so much for being here. Please spread the word about ArvCon. Please donate. Please let people know about Damon Runyon. And I will see you lovely people back here tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern for day one of ArvCon 2026 officially. Thank you, everyone, for a very successful pre-show. And I'll see you tomorrow for day one as we continue with Expedition from the Mysterious Peaks. Until then, as I always say, everyone, please be good to each other. Much love. And let's fight cancer together, build community together. I'll see you folks tomorrow. Have a good night.